engine screaming in the Carolina heat. Dust and rubber burning on the concrete street. Turn it up loud for the talk of the track. Valhalla's on the mic and he's never looking back. Green flag drops and the thunder begins. Welcome to the show where the family wins. Valhalla leads the charge with the headset on, streaming live from the dusk till the early dawn. Beside him is the boss, the CO in command. His wife keeps it steady, the best in the land. And don't forget the General Thor's on the beat. Four-legged legend making the circle complete. We're talking gear, HEOs in the draft in the turn, watching every single gallon of the high-octane burn. Valhalla Sports Talk. Yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing tall. Big homies represent, let the engines roar. We're kicking down the gates and we're breaking the door. From the infield party to the checkered flag, got the winner circle spirit in the victory bag. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. Walk through the infield, smell the charcoal and grease. In the sea of speed, we find our own peace. Got a cold beer dripping in the summer sun. The party's just started and it's never done. Beautiful women waving flags in the stands, while the V-homies cheer with the drinks in their hands. Berserkers going wild, yeah, they're bringing the noise. Playing with the fastest of the big track toys. Fried chicken, barbecue, and the smell of the tire. Valhalla's got the channel setting spirits on fire. White flag waving, one lap to go. Heartbeat racing, put on a show. Rubbing is racing, paint on the floor. Push it to the limit, give me some more. Valhalla Sports Talk. Yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing tall. V-homies represent, let the engines roar. We're kicking down the gates and we're breaking the door. From the infield party to the checkered flag, got the winner circle spirit in the victory. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. Valhalla Sports Talk. He's diving to the inside, clearing the pack, leaving all the rivals on the back of the track. Across the start finish, hear the crowd go insane. Valhalla's name etched in the hall of the flame. Burnouts in the grass, hey! Smoke filling the air, hey! Another NASCAR win, hey! Nothing else can compare. It can compare. Victory is ours.
What's up, everybody? What's up? Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air. NASCAR Cup Series Racing. The Würth 400 presented by Liqui Moly from Texas Motor Speedway. And Valhalla Sports Talk is here for all the action. Let me do some shout outs to the early arrivals. Russell Reed in the house. Paul Allen up in here, or Paul Leone. Paul Greenwell up in here. Theo Sam Eagle is in the house. I need some Blaney Day today. Theo. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Carmen Dawn Allen is up in here. Liking the stream goes automatically with Val doing the stream. Gotta love the big dog V-Man. The V-Man. Thomas Forbes in the house. Hello, Mr. Forbes. What else we got? Leon Dahlquist up in here. Jalapeno Fruit Loops. Either that train conductor really likes blowing the horn or something terrible is happening on the railroad tracks by my house. Uh-oh. All right. So Hocevar on the pole, Daniel Suarez starting on the front row as well. Hocevar, first win last week at the Cup level. And he's on the pole for this one. He has dominated NASCAR all week. The media in NASCAR all week has the baby demon or the hurricane. Had a good time last night at the old Carnival with the COO. The Dodgers are in the top of the fifth, y'all. Top of the fifth for the Dodgers. They're leading the Cardinals 2-0, trying to salvage Game 3 of that series. Trying to salvage Been a while since anyone called me Mister, says Thomas Forbes. Go baby demon, says Carmen Don Allen. Betting is open. Use your Valhalla Sports Talk points. They're like points, but with a V to bet the winner of the race or the manufacturer of the race. All right, here we go. Invocation and the national anthem. Lee in the house. Yo, yo. All right, here we go. Invocation and national anthem, y'all. Excuse the do. Excuse the do. I'll be silent during all this. Invocation complete. National anthem next. Marky do. On Graves, 101 years old from Iwo Jima survivor. All right, man. All right. A little different there. A little different there, but Paw did it just fine, y'all. Paw did the national anthem just fine. They go to a commercial break. What's up, Marky Do? Dodgers are winning. Yep, yep. My boy McDowell says Jason Butts. Doing good, y'all. Like I said, had a good time last night at the old Carnival. Um, the Def Leppard band was. I felt like they were just going through the motions, to be honest with you, but they sounded good. It was fun. And then, what's up, Spy Man? That corn dog was elite tier, y'all. The corn dog I had that I put the picture up of, it didn't look like much in the picture, but my God, it was elite tier. Corn dog. Maybe because I drank like 6 or 7 beers before that, maybe 8. And you had a good time? I had a good time, yeah. Had a good time. $6 a beer, y'all. $6 for like a 12 ounce, maybe 8. But shout out to the 50 in the chat, y'all. Hit all the buttons. That's the only thing that's going to help me on this search because I am invisible, apparently. Excuse me. I am invisible out there. Sarah Small, I love corn dogs. Waiting for the on site report. That's no beer. What was that, Theo? No, the beers were already consumed. You aren't allowed to carry the beer into the carnival area at the military one. At any of them, actually. We had this white rapper dude come aboard the USS Rushmore once, and he actually rapped the national anthem. Get off our ship. So a 1.5 miler, y'all. I think there's 9 of these on the schedule, I heard earlier. Who we picking to win today, chat? Who you picking to win? Might need somebody to send the authorities here. I think the COO is stuck. I know you're holding the corn dog. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, it's hard to see though. It looked like a turd. But man, it was elite tier, I'm telling you. What was it? A deluxe? King size. King size corn dog. It's the simple things in life when you get my age, y'all. It's the simple things. Most awkward thing ever. Larson or Blaney gonna win, Marky Do? Let me peek in on the Doyers. Dodgers have added another run, y'all. Freeman singles the center. Kim scores. So Kim's having the game that I thought he was going to have yesterday. Ason Kim is having the game that I thought he was going to have yesterday. Not surprised Def Leppard was going through the motions. No, it was a tribute band. It wasn't the real Def Leppard. It was just a tribute band. All right, here's the start your engines. We rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being best. Tom Araya from the band Slayer. Nice. There we go. There we go. You know a rocker would do it right. I'm going to give that an 8 out of 10 on the start your engine scale. Chicagoland going back on the schedule? Knock it off. You're not that old. All right. Engines are fired, y'all. Engines are fired. 10-4. And out of 10, says Paul Greenwell. He should have done the finger thing. I did that a lot last night, y'all. I did that a lot. Retrospect last night, chat. The COO and I should have taken our chairs and went right up by the stage and set them up in retrospect. Oh, them Pistons. Nobody was really dancing. The dance floor is right in front of the stage there. And in retrospect, I should have just moved right up to the front, taken our chairs up there. I'd have had to walk further for beer, though. It would have been a longer walk to go get a beer. And my pants kept falling off because I'm losing weight. Come on, Hocevar and Briscoe, says S. Baller. Off, I guess. They were falling down. Dodgers winning 3-0. Way better than usual. I say 9 because lately they have sucked, says Theo. True. True. All right, I'll get them bubbles up. Apparently they're working this week. We'll see. We will see. But track condition at this point, we be orange, y'all. We be orange. I saw Def Leppard in Seattle back in 83 with our ship in dry dock. Nice. What all do you spokesman for? Says Jerry Oglesby. I'm not sure what that means, Jerry. I'm not sure what that question means. Bell for the win, says Wayne Martin. They're rolling off, y'all. They rolling off. All right, let's listen in on MRN.
On the rope in the same direction, and I think that that's where our relationship has really thrived the most.
NASCAR Network Radio drives business.
A 38-car field lined up behind the pace cars. We are getting set for the green flag of the Würth 400 from Texas Motor Speedway. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
I do everything, Jerry. I do a little bit of everything, brother.
Are you looking to make NASCAR a little bit more compelling, or are you
I do a little bit of everything, Jerry. McDowell for the win today. All right, they're interviewing Hocevar as they roll. He's got Spectrum on board, just like here. I wasn't in Iraq, Jalapeno. I wasn't in Iraq. I was in Desert Storm. All right, just 55 in here, y'all. Chris Davis in the house. What's up, Chris? What's going on, buddy? Right, still 3-0 in the top of the 6th. Dodgers Cardinals. Here we go.
Speed limit lights on their digital dash. It gives us a great opportunity to check in with our Napa Auto Parts pit reporters as well with our Progressive Pit Road Picks.
Oda Rousser in the house.
Keep your
Welcome to
career
the stream.
moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today. At the exit of Pit Road, Brett McMillan, who do you think will make it to victory lane?
I like the guy who won at Las Vegas, was within a turn
Talking about
of
shock
winning
and
at
awe.
Kansas. He makes room for a 4th cowboy hat. It's Denny Hamlin.
All right, Heather DeBow covering the center section.
Well, I believe momentum is a real thing, and Carson
Let me try to get
Hocevar
in
has
here.
that on his side, so he's going to put it in victory lane 2
See
weeks
when
in a
these
row.
bubbles go
And
active.
Alan Cavana's got the entrance of pit road.
I'm going with the driver who's won just about everything this year, getting his winning percentage back up to 500. Tyler Reddick wins another one today.
All right, Denny Hamlin, Carson Hocevar,
Right, we
and
got
Tyler
bubbles.
Reddick, the picks from our pit reporters. We have two phenomenal turn announcers going to help us describe some of the action. The field is exiting pit lane, and they're in front of you in turn 2, Andrew Curlin.
Yes, they are. And
Right, so it's going to
they say
take me a while to
everything's
get
bigger in
lined up,
Texas,
y'all.
and that's true here at Texas Motor Speedway. The runs are bigger, and as Daniel Suarez told me, the blocks are going to be bigger today. That's what I'm looking out for. This is the opportunity to block. It's the opportunity to gain ground, and if yesterday and Friday were any preview, this is also the opportunity to crash. So that's what I'm looking at over here in turns 1 and 2. Pat Patterson, what about yourself?
Yeah, happy race day to everybody. And yeah, my biggest curiosity here is the tire. This tire, supposedly, when it gets warm, it will start laying some rubber down. I'm hoping that's true. I want to see this groove widen out down here in 3 and 4. That's going to be one of the big question marks this afternoon that I'll watch down here on this end of the racetrack. It's a fun place to race, and it's a great racing afternoon. And we got a great crowd, guys.
Thank you very much, Pat Patterson. Thank you very much, Pickles Curlin. The field is under tow behind a Corvette pace car. And, Nick, just to paint the picture here, the challenge for us up in the booth are a lot of similarly painted cars up front.
Yeah, in fact, the front 4 are all different shades of blue and white. And, boy, when I was watching them go down the back straightaway, it is hard to tell drivers like Carson Hocevar, his teammate Daniel Suarez, and Denny Hamlin's cars alike. Certainly Chris Buescher up there as well. But it is a beautiful field of cars. 19 rows of 2 about to get after it here at Texas Motor Speedway. A lot of race fans stretched all the way from turn 4 all the way to turn number 1. This is a massive facility here at Texas Motor Speedway, and a picture-perfect day, Brad. A couple white fluffy clouds up in the sky, temperatures in the 70s. We are in store for a phenomenal race day.
You know, we talked a lot about the front of the field. Carson Hocevar and Daniel Suarez on the front row, 2 teammates at Spire Motorsports. We should also mention the back of the field. Yesterday, Austin Dillon went out for a lap in practice and felt like his engine just wasn't running right. He brought it in. They ended up doing an engine swap. He did not qualify. Bubba Wallace right up there in turn number 2. Well, in practice, he backed his car into the wall, kind of like Andrew Curlin backs into a parking spot, and they had to go to a backup. They worked for 6 hours yesterday to get the backup car prepared. They actually swapped engines from the primary car, and Alan Cavana and I were talking to Charles Denike, his crew chief. A lot of the reason why they swapped, they can have one in the backup car this year, but when you start talking about engine seal credits, meaning they have to run engines a certain amount of times, and for a certain amount of races they have to run an engine for a second time, that helps them keep up with that inventory and what they were planning on doing throughout the year. So Bubba Wallace, while he did get track time, 5th fastest in practice yesterday, well, he's not in the same race car today, and he'll start at the back.
Yeah, and those are 2 organizations that you just brought up that are at opposite ends of the spectrum. Of course, 2311 has had a phenomenal year, mostly with Tyler Reddick going to victory lane 5 different times. And then, boy, a lot of headlines from Richard Childress Racing over the course of this past week.
Bubbles in.
On Austin Dillon did not get a chance to qualify. And then the first opportunity for Kyle Busch to work with Andy Street here in the Cup Series as he replaced Jim Pullman after just 10 races as the crew chief on that RCR number 8 car. Off to a good start. Kyle Busch got a good qualifying effort starting in the 6th position, but that Richard Childress Racing team tried to jumpstart their season after, Brad, what's been quite a few disappointing runs to start the year.
Yeah, for sure. The start-finish line here at Texas Motor Speedway has the familiar checkered flag and the word Texas across it. That's on the turn 1 side of the start-finish line. On the other side of it, it's got a nice big Texas flag, and looking down on it, a lot of race fans were able to sign the start-finish line. That's one of the things that is a fan favorite on a race weekend, and it's just really cool to look down and see all the different writings and who people think will make it to victory lane today.
Also, a lot of rubber that's been laid down by victory donuts and burnouts by both Kyle Larson in the O'Reilly race yesterday and Carson Hocevar in the Truck Series race Friday night. Somebody is going to add to that on the front straightaway here today at Texas Motor Speedway. And Pat Patterson, it appears the lights are off on the pace car as this field of 38 slowly rolls into turn number 3.
Let's set up these first 5 rows, if you will. Starting in row number 5, it'll be Ty Gibbs alongside Alex Bowman. Row 4, Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell. Kyle Busch and Chase Briscoe in row number 3. Row 2, Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, and on the front row, their teammates Daniel Suarez and Carson Hocevar. A beautiful Chevrolet Corvette pace car brings them right underneath my feet at the moment. Speaking of feet, everybody in the grandstand is on theirs right now. They're ready to see the start of today's Würth 400.
Carson Hocevar takes the inside lane. His teammate Daniel Suarez will start to his outside. Green flag comes out at Texas Motor Speedway. The Würth 400 is underway. Teammates door to door. Hocevar on the inside of Suarez as they head to one.
Green flag, green flag.
At Texas, Hocevar is down low. His teammate Suarez up high. Both are in lockstep formation with each other. Suarez, though, will power around the outside, but they're still side by side for the lead.
It is a teammate drag race for the first lap, the first corner into corner number 3 here. Everybody spreads out now, and Hocevar leads them back.
Hocevar got
The
the good
TV
run off
well
turn number 4.
behind
He takes the race lead.
the bubbles
Driver on
in the
move
radio.
is Chase Briscoe. He got around Chris Buescher for 3rd or for 4th. Now he's looking for 3rd under Denny Hamlin.
Wallace going to wreck first lap. Is Dallas?
It's Briscoe down low. Denny Hamlin up high. They're still side by side down the back straightaway.
With Kyle Busch looking on at those two locked together, you just talked about Briscoe down at the bottom, Hamlin up the upside. Briscoe now takes that spot away. Hamlin will fall right in line.
Chase Briscoe's car just shot out of a cannon in turn number 4, and now he is going to try and track down Daniel Suarez as they head back to 1.
And don't look now, but right behind Denny Hamlin is the 8 of Kyle Busch. He is
Let me bring up the running order here.
Number 11, but Carson Hocevar now out to the biggest lead he's had so far.
All right, we're in. We're locked in,
Right
y'all.
behind that number 8, he's following in line with Christopher Bell, who's there. Then Tyler Reddick. Everybody single file right now down at that white line bottom of the racetrack.
Almost everybody painting that white line. The one exception is the points leader, Tyler Reddick. He is rim riding in that second groove. Opened up the door for Ty Gibbs.
Good luck, everybody. 150,000 points on the line.
Tyler Reddick, the first bold driver to go as high up as I've seen him in turns 1 and 2. He's working on a Toyota teammate in Ty Gibbs, and Reddick gets a good run off the corner.
Ty Gibbs with one of the all-time great Texas sponsorships, Interstate Battery on his car as he goes down to the bottom of the racetrack. Reddick is up high. Gibbs still challenging on the bottom.
Tyler Reddick once again on the high line. Further up front, though, Chase Briscoe's had the fastest car on the racetrack. He's still trying to chase down Suarez for 2nd.
He's hunting down the first of 2.
Ty Gibbs' car is sick today, y'all. Absolutely sick looking.
4 car lengths
First
between
Interstate
Briscoe,
Batteries.
Second place Suarez, but further back, Ty Gibbs gets a spot over Reddick.
Yeah, good call, Andrew. Just picked that up. All right, behind them is Alex Bowman. Meanwhile, Hocevar stretches things out up front. It'll be Buescher getting a good look at the 20 car coming up on him. It's Christopher Bell.
0 problems, though, for your race leader, Carson Hocevar. Andrew, that lead is a healthy 7 or 8 car lengths.
It certainly is. I'm watching Ty Gibbs further back. He has cleared Tyler Reddick and now he's set his sights on teammate Christopher Bell. Ty Gibbs, Pat, is on the move.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs in that bright green Interstate Battery colors. Everybody knows that one. He's about 5 car lengths behind Bell. Reddick up high behind him. Bowman closing on Reddick.
Last time by, Carson Hocevar still the fastest car on the racetrack. He is your leader after 6 laps are complete. Daniel Suarez, Chase Briscoe, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch chasing to 1.
It's about 15 car lengths for Carson Hocevar over his teammate Daniel
6
Suarez.
of 80 in stage 1. 262 to go. Carson Hocevar's lead over Daniel Suarez, almost a full second.
Elliott to the inside of Larson. Larson let it ride out near the wall. Now he'll fall in behind the number 9. They work midway through 3 and 4.
Para Hendricks Chevrolet's roaring off of turn number 4. They're right behind the rookie Connor Zilic, who had a really nice qualifying run yesterday. They all streaked out into turn number 1.
They certainly do. And looking further ahead, the battle for second is going to heat up. But Chase Briscoe and Denny Hamlin have caught Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, Hamlin seems to be catching Briscoe faster than Briscoe's moving up on that second spot right
Going
now.
with Austin Center today, Lou.
Through the corner in his car.
He'll be Minnick in the house.
Gibbs Racing Toyotas, all 4 of them, by the way, are in the top 8. 2 of them in Chase Briscoe and Denny Hamlin trying to run down Suarez for second.
Chase Briscoe's closed it down to about 2 car lengths on Daniel Suarez. He's running the middle.
That looks really cool.
is on the bottom, and Denny Hamlin is also trying to get in on this action. It's a 3-car battle for second.
2 Chevys, 2
battle of
Toyotas, the
blue
top
cars,
4.
Except for Briscoe. He's the only one that's not that color. He goes in that 3rd spot. Hamlin midway up the racetrack in 3 and 4.
That Dayglow orange certainly pops out of turn number 4 for Chase Briscoe. He has caught Daniel Suarez, now has to pick his way around. He's within a car length, and they set up for turn 1.
Daniel Suarez told me before the race how important blocking is going
Comes
to be.
Heim in that
He's trying to take
6'7",
care of
6'7".
Briscoe right now. He runs the load room.
On board with Logano.
Briscoe, that allows Denny Hamlin to get up to Briscoe's bumper.
Briscoe looks like he's ready to make a move. He's going to show the nose to Suarez. Can't quite get underneath him. Suarez drifts up the racetrack. That opens the door. Here comes Briscoe.
Wow, Chase Briscoe drives to the inside of Daniel Suarez. He'll clear him before the start-finish line, and now the chase is on. The lead for Carson Hocevar, 1.9 seconds. That's really going to hurt Daniel Suarez's momentum. He's got a mirror full of Denny Hamlin right now. He's going to run the middle of the racetrack.
Is he going to dominate this, Carmen? Is the Hurricane going to dominate this race?
Yes, he does. Takes that spot.
It
right
is a
away,
fast
moves
track,
him up
Chris.
into that
Yep,
third
yep.
Position. Move Suarez back to 4th, and Kyle Busch keeping pace with those front runners.
That was a power move around the outside by Denny Hamlin as he moves into 3rd, and Daniel Suarez simply can't keep track of Hamlin as they streak away. Kyle Busch starting to close in 1.
It was an impressive move by Denny Hamlin. It is not easy to pass on the outside here.
Hey, thank you, Shelby.
But looking back, you mentioned Kyle Busch. He's got a rear view mirror full of Chris Buescher down the backstretch.
Buescher, Texas's own, now challenging, trying to get up there and do it with battle with Busch as they get down to the very bottom of the racetrack. Kyle Busch can't quite hold his car down.
Miami Grand Prix.
A little more closing room.
This time by 12 laps are complete here in the Würth 400. Stage number 1 is going to end on lap 80. Nick, I think the one thing that's impressing me the most right now.
TV going to commercial.
Laps, we're seeing a lot of drivers make the second groove work and make a lot of passes on the track.
Oh, and by the way, we haven't forgot about our race leader, Carson Hocevar's just been that fast this time across the line. He is
Hocevar's lead over Briscoe now, 1.58 seconds.
Outside line. Daniel Suarez was just forced up there because Kyle Busch made a nice pass down the back straightaway as they come off of turn number 4. Watching
Brad finally win a race is Dallas John.
Christopher Bell and Ty Gibbs. Andrew, take your pick. A lot of good action just inside the top 10.
Man, how quickly things can change. Suarez was just running second. Now he's trying to just hang on. He has Chris Buescher, Ty Gibbs, and Christopher Bell all breathing down his neck.
Fastest car of that group, in my opinion, is Ty Gibbs, and he is showing it. Bottom of the racetrack, paints the white line, got in
side by side on Fox Sports 1 chat.
Ty Gibbs drove to the back bumper of Chris Buescher, had to back off.
Papa Doc.
Christopher Bell not only to go around the outside.
What's going on, Papa Doc?
Now he's door to door on the inside of Buescher.
You have to be really careful about where you make your passes. Bell is on the inside of Chris Buescher, but Daniel
Hocevar, go. I like Baby Demon better than Hurricanes.
He is all over Daniel Suarez now.
That ain't going to last long. Suarez went up and blocked Buescher. That kept Bell and Gibbs both in the game. Suarez now trying to hold it at the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Buescher off the top.
Again, this is 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Daniel Suarez
trying Suarez dropping, y'all. He's dropping. Kyle Busch, 4th place. Kyle Busch in 4th.
Attacking Daniel Suarez, and now Suarez will finally relent that position to him. Suarez now has to focus on Christopher Bell and Ty Gibbs.
It was fun, Everett. We had a good time. We had a really good time. What's up, Connor?
Is about to the back of his teammates.
What's up, Connor?
And by the way, both of them are catching Carson Hocevar. Hocevar's lead 1 second now as we have 16 laps complete in the Würth 400.
I'm in my late 60s.
All right, little commercial break on MRN there. Little commercial break on MRN. We're on stage 1, lap 16 of 80. 16 of 267 in the race. We're about 8 minutes into this bad boy. No cautions, no lead changes, no caution laps. Carson Hocevar is your leader by 0.658 seconds. So here comes Briscoe. To make this interesting, Denny Hamlin less than a second behind. Kyle Busch almost a full 3 seconds in 4th place. But we are underway in the Würth 400. From Texas Motor Speedway, NASCAR Cup Series action here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Hit all the buttons, y'all. Hit them all.
Subscribe to Valhalla
Hit that
Sports
sub.
Talk. Let's go.
Give the video a like.
Hit the like on the video or stream. Yeah, hit that like button. Do it.
Turn on them notifications so you know when Valhalla Sports Talk goes online.
His trying to play defense over both Briscoe and Denny Hamlin.
Not going to be able to do anything now. Watching Briscoe go right to the bumper of the leader. Had to back out of it just a little bit into turn number 3. Now he drives it up hard off the corner. Shows the nose once again to Busher, but Hamlin's the guy on the move.
Briscoe drove it in too deep.
Briscoe can see Hocevar now, y'all, and there's lap down cars in front of Hocevar.
For Denny Hamlin, who shoots to second.
Yeah, they coming to get him, y'all. Them Toyotas are coming to get Hocevar.
Down low. Hamlin running the middle groove, trying to find some speed. He's going to be at Hocevar's bumper on the backstretch.
Hocevar throws the block, not going to help. Side by side, here comes a shot at the new leader. In fact, let's just say it, Denny Hamlin to the lead here in turn 3.
9 minutes behind. Uh-oh.
Change of the day, and it happens on lap number 20 here at Texas Motor Speedway.
All right, new leader.
Denny Hamlin puts the Progressive Toyota out front, and we owe our local stations a break. From Fort Worth, this is PRN, the Performance.
All right, so they go to a commercial. There we go. There's Hamlin. Hamlin now is the race leader. Briscoe kind of lost it there for a second there. Hamlin zoomed on past him, and then Hocevar tried to block Hamlin. And Hamlin just dived to the bottom and blew past him like he was standing still. So your race leader now, Denny Hamlin in that 11 Toyota. Hocevar second, Briscoe third. Kyle Busch now just 1.45 seconds back. Lap 21 of 80, 2:47 to go.
Floods and
2:47 to go, chat. Too early to be blocking. Squish it, baby demon, says Carmen.
Samaritan's Purse.
Squeeze it. All right, so Hamlin's lead now 0.369 over Hocevar. Oh, Hocevar now to third. Kyle Busch's car looks fast today, y'all. Circle K sponsorship. Circle K sponsorship for that 8 car.
Our Napa Auto Parts pit reporters, Alan Cavana, Heather DeBow, and Brett McMillan. Let's give you a leaderboard update brought to you by
159 in the house, y'all.
We love racing and we love pizza. Find your next pizza at huntbrotherspizza.com or download.
I imagine there will be a pittance to pay for me canceling that race last week. I imagine it's going to hurt me today pretty bad.
Over the new second place driver, that is Chase Briscoe. Carson Hocevar has been relegated back to third. Kyle Busch and Chris Buescher have been putting on a really good battle. They run in 4th and 5th. Christopher Bell is in the mix. He is 6th. Ty Gibbs looks fast. He is 7th. Tyler Reddick runs in 8th. 9th right now is Alex.
Speaking on the Dodgers, y'all. Top of the 7th now, 3-0 Dodgers.
Kyle Larson is 12th. William Byron 13th. 14th is Austin Cindric. Connor Zillich runs 15th. Ryan Priest 16th. Ross Chastain 17th. 18th is Eric Jones.
Kyle Busch win for his birthday yesterday.
Blaney up 11 spots. He is
Did Busch win yesterday?
Has been on the move. Riley Herbst now is 21st. Ricky Stenhouse.
Shout out to the 177 in the house, y'all. Thank you for joining us here on Valhalla Sports Talk. NASCAR Cup Series, the Würth 400 from Texas Motor Speedway.
He started at the rear of the field. 28th is A.J. Allmendinger. 29th is Shane Van Gisbergen. And Todd Gilliland is 30th.
Running 31st right now is Brad
They could crush some chili dogs right now, chat.
Zane Smith 33rd. Cole Custer 34th. Ty Dillon's 35th. Austin Dillon with an engine change and no practice is 36th. 37th is Cody Ware. Chad Fincham, the only car one lap down.
Hamlin's lead now 1.225 over Briscoe.
Ryan Blaney, nobody's passed more cars than him right now.
Biggest movers, Blaney plus 11, Theo. Plus 11, Wallace plus 10.
Have picked up some spots. Chase Elliott has improved 4 spots, as has William Byron. Let's hear from our Napa Auto Part pit reporter, Alan Cavana.
Oh, yeah, checking in on that Ryan Blaney machine. He told us in pre-race, look, it was the driver's fault that we started 31st. Not
Age 1, lap 26 of 80, 2:42 to go.
That he has. It's actually interesting with Ryan Blaney for all that speed. His last 5.5-mile races, he's finished at best 16th, but he is going the right direction right now. They like the handling of the car, especially.
All right, Fox Sports 1 is going side by side.
In that upper group, he's using that to make some passes out there. Ryan Blaney on the move in a positive direction from that 31st spot.
Thank you very much, Alan Cavana. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is PRN. The
Station ID 1001, 1002. Shout out to the 172 in the chat. Tell us where you're from, y'all. Where are you watching us? Where are you watching the Würth 400 from Texas Motor Speedway here on Valhalla Sports Talk? Where are you from, everybody?
Number 1. Let's go back down to pit road and Napa Auto Parts pit reporter.
JR Motorsports finished 1-2 yesterday. Says S. Baller 8.
He is losing grip in all 4 corners. That's why he's let the lead get away.
Thank you very much, Brett. And Hocevar is down to 3rd. Nick, you and I were talking during a commercial break. I almost feel like pretty soon the top 5 could be 4 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas and Kyle Busch. And that's because Kyle Busch is that good
Northeast
today.
Ohio in the house. Polk City,
I don't
Florida.
think it would surprise any of us right now. The JGR cars have an incredible amount of pace. Denny Hamlin has opened up a 1.3-second lead over Chase Briscoe. It's what's most important and impressive is
Texas in the house for Chris Davis.
Over Hocevar. That's
Did you think about going to the race, Chris?
You've got this log jam of Carson Hocevar about 4 or 5 car lengths over
Bristol,
Kyle Busch,
Virginia.
Chris Buescher, and then
Hey,
2
let that
more
trailer go by
JGR
for COO.
Toyotas. Christopher Bell's looking hungry, and then you've got the Bristol winner Ty Gibbs, who is in the mix as well. But right now, Brad, watching those Joe Gibbs Toyotas,
DEI senior in the house.
I like the way they look down in turns 1 and 2. Which
I think Red Bull's going to sign him and put him in Verstappen.
About that, Chris Buescher is actually a driver
Yeah.
on the move. He started 3rd in this
Round
race.
Rock, Texas in the house. South Riverside County, California for DG Bebb.
Christopher Bell hounds the back bumper of
Ohio in the
as
house.
They head back to Andrew.
3rd through 7th is really interesting. It ebbs and flows, but right now Buescher is looking to the inside of Kyle Busch. He has been working on Busch.
Emmons lead pretty steady at that 1.3 marker. Hocevar now a full 3 seconds behind. Nola in the house for Scott Muff. Houston, Texas, Jersey original.
Through turns 3 and 4, takes the short way around the racetrack. Buescher moved up about a half a groove as he's looking to the outside, right on the back bumper of Kyle Busch at a 1.
Carson Hocevar has about 5 car lengths over Busch. Then it's Chris.
Come on, y'all,
Buescher
mash
on
them
his
buttons.
inside,
That
and then it's 2
subscribe,
car
that
lengths
like,
back to Bell, and then
that
3
notification
car
bell,
lengths back
y'all.
to Ty Gibbs, 3rd through 7th, all under a blanket.
Once again, here's Buescher trying to work on Kyle Busch right in front of him. Kyle Busch right in the middle of the racetrack, all 4.
We're about 5 laps away. Actually, we're not 5 laps away from the pit window opening because Christopher Bell is actually going to be the first taker.
At pit road, we got activity on pit road. Bell, first one down.
And Christopher Bell pretty quiet on the radio right now. Not too many complaints on that JGR Toyota, but they're going to bring him in to change 4 tires. And Sunoco
Boomer Sooner in the house at Oklahoma City in the house.
Thank you very much,
I've been to the track many times, says Chris Davis.
Around lap 35 or so, but
South Dakota is red, and in the house, says Dennis Fisher.
He woes up that Bass Pro Shops Toyota.
Alberta, Canada for Carmen Don Allen. Illinois for Jay Merriworth.
Just lost a few positions. Kind of the momentum game you have to play. He lost that momentum.
I had to search to find you, says Everett. Yeah, I'm lost in the sauce, bro. I am lost in the old sauce room.
Right side over to the left side for Kyle Larson, who's a little tight, Heather.
Chase Elliott also in, just minor handling issues on the 9 for him, just an air pressure adjustment, and he's away.
Had a near miss on pit lane as Alex Bowman was leaving his pit stall. Riley Herbst was trying to make it into his. As Brad, we're seeing a flurry of action. Brett McMillan, a few more cars headed your way.
Yeah, Connor Zillage is already in. He's finishing up a 4
Black Label Society.
We're expecting Daniel
Fort Worth in the house for Tim Music.
And Kyle Busch in. He's happy with the car so far. The team doing 4 Goodyear tires, and Sunoco Fuel also in. William Byron, he said he started off tight, but he's fine now. Brett McMillan.
And we got Chris Buescher in, finishing up a 4-tire change for him with tires on the left side. He's pulling away. Daniel Suarez coming in. He comes to a stop at his pit stall. That car has been just dropping.
Into this track in Bristol and Dover, says DEI. Upper Peninsula of Michigan for Shelby. I'd love to see NASCAR run a race in Miami circuit maybe a couple weeks after Daytona. Nope, no Dodgers today, bro. It's Sunday, Jay Ramos. You should have figured this out by now, brother.
He was fighting a little tight, but making his way through the field. Heather?
Dodgers 3-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Trying to salvage one. All right, Denny Hamlin on post. On a pit road.
Just a flurry of pit stops here over the last 3 or 4 laps. Looks like our points leader, Tyler Reddick, has come on to pit lane as well. Brett McMillan, he is headed to you in that Rockstar machine.
And he heads down pit road, and he gets ready to pull into his pit stall. Crew is at the ready, and he comes to a stop. This crew has been on a roll all year long.
Theo says, go, go, go. Where's Blaney at? Blaney up to 5th.
those wins this year.
Blaney up to fifth, Theo.
So far, a great stop for them. An 8.8-second stop for Tyler Reddick on a 4-tire change.
And L. West been slacking lately.
Not come in yet is Carson Hocevar as he resumes the race lead.
All right, so Hocevar has not pitted yet, and he is back in the lead of this race.
Running of the Würth 400, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, this has been wild, and it all happens within a 4 or 5 lap span where everybody's jumping out of the throttle and coming to pit.
They're kind of running that one in San Diego, Everett, on the Navy base.
Very, very strong today, running inside the top 10.
Hocevar's lead over Gibbs, over Ty Gibbs, is 1 second right now, Chat.
Road for service, for tires and fuel.
Yeah, and looks like Ty Gibbs is going to be pitting in front of Brett McMillan. But first, let's go to you, Brett.
All right, yeah, Nick, he's been very happy with this car. No changes expected for this team at this point in time.
Least surprising losing streak is the Giants.
Stop, filling up a Sunoco fuel, left side tires on. Wow, outstanding stop.
All right, stage 1, 39 of 80.
All right, thank you very much, Brett McMillan. So we've had our cycle of pit stops. We'll wait on Carson Hocevar.
You're going to be at that one, Jay?
But right now, we actually have a very special guest joining us up here in the booth. Nick Yeoman, I know you're a big basketball fan.
Ty Gibbs, with Shelby on board, is on pit road. He's got his windows tinted.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So, Cooper, you got a
The
chance to
54 running with tinted windows.
Speedway. What was that experience like?
Yeah, I mean, it was exciting. It was cool, just to be down there and get that experience. I've never been to a NASCAR race or anything like that, so just to have that experience, it was really cool and just an all-around great experience.
What's it been like for you?
Hocevar's lead over Gibbs now 13 seconds.
Soaking up things that happen here in the Fort Worth Dallas.
So I think everybody else is pitted.
Obviously, the season.
Last car on the lead lap is Cole Custer in 7th.
We wanted to, but yeah, I think just getting my first off season, get some
2 laps down. Okay, here comes Hocevar.
Enjoy some new experiences.
Brett McMillan got a pit stop for our race.
Here comes Hocevar. Was that a good strategy to stay out that long at Texas?
Slight air pressure adjustment. It was a 9.4-second stop. Todd Gilliland in now. He should be the last of the team.
Wish Auto Club still existed. Yeah, I saw Cooper Flag. He's supposedly in the pace car today.
I appreciate that. NBA.
All right, Hocevar in his box on Fox Sports 1.
PRN booth.
Right side's on.
Have been to some races before, maybe up in New Hampshire.
Left side's
a bunch of races,
and a can of fuel, and he's away. Let's see where he ends up. Let's see where he ends up, chat.
We're going to see you back here again next year.
Hopefully, this has been a great experience.
Know what, Tim?
I'll definitely look to come next year.
Well, I'll tell you what.
They used to race at Riverside.
Texas Motor
Yep.
Speedway home as well.
All right, the 21 on pit road
It's great to be able to
with the race sponsor on his paint scheme.
Sir, thank you guys very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. There he is, Cooper Flag, NBA Rookie of the Year, joining us here in the booth at Texas Motor Speedway. Nick Yeoman, a little beside himself, is a massive basketball
We're halfway
fan.
through stage 1, y'all.
He's pretty talented. Brad, just 19 years old, too, getting a chance to drive the pace car and had a phenomenal year at Duke. Earned
Even
that
cut the
#1
lotto.
overall pick, and then certainly has been the new pride and joy of the Dallas Mavericks. They rebuild for the future.
Thank you, David, for the gifted membership.
That is awesome. We have now
Ocho Dragon, if you're in the house, please thank him.
Stage number 1, 37 to go.
Didn't pay off staying out, says Tim.
Denny Hamlin
Oh, I
is
got
running
you.
Second. Christopher Bell is third.
I got you, Tim.
Kyle Busch runs 4th. Chris Buescher runs 5th.
He cycles into 7th, y'all. Hocevar comes back out 7th, 15.5 back.
And Tyler Reddick up in the top 10 as well here at Texas with a lot of action happening here on this track, Nick Yeoman.
Yeah, off of turn number 4, Chase Briscoe has the race lead. He's trying to put Austin.
Yeah, half of that Auto Club track is office buildings now.
Denny Hamlin is in the mix. So is Christopher Bell, Andrew, and they're all in turn 1.
Chase Briscoe certainly having a hard
Briscoe is the race leader. Hamlin second. Real close, though.
Christopher Bell to jump at the bit for the race lead.
Here's Briscoe midway down the backstretch, right underneath Big Hoss Television. They work into the corner. Austin Dillon trying to stay out on that lead lap, but Christopher Bell is going right to the bumper of Briscoe.
It's 3 Joe Gibbs Racing teammates fighting for the lead here in stage number 1 at Texas Motor Speedway.
I appreciate it, David.
Now on the move, right on the back bumper of Briscoe.
All right, Dodgers still 3-0 over the Cardinals after 7. 3-0 after 7.
Side for the lead at Texas down the back straightaway.
Now move that Oklahoma boy up a spot to the lead. At least He's headed into turn number 3. Briscoe rides right on his bumper. Denny Hamlin right in the mix. But here's C. Bell.
Impressive stuff from the Oklahoma Sooner off of turn number 4.
Christopher
New race
Bell.
leader. It is Christopher
Kyle
Bell
Busch still
here
in
at
fourth,
Texas
Chat.
Motor Speedway.
This is Kyle Petty for Echo.
All right, they go to a commercial. Let's do the rundown. Let's do the rundown, y'all. We're in stage 1, lap 47 of 80, 47 of 267 in the race. 24 minutes into it, there's been 5 lead changes, no cautions, no caution laps. Therefore, Bell is now your leader. He has moved into first after passing Briscoe, and I'm going to take you through the field, y'all. On my right, your left. So you can find your favorite driver. Hocevar there in 6th. Chase Elliott up to 7th. Ty Gibbs 8th. Larson in 12th. Joey Logano 20th. Bubba down there in 23rd. Nemechek 29th. Shane Van Gisbergen 30th. That's your run through the field, y'all. That is your run through the field. Let's see what we got here.
Here's Bubba.
Still in commercial there on the radio. I think they should say, athletes, start your engines. I don't know if they're doing Chicago or not. Those jets would always wake me up on Saturdays. What's up, Mark Guest? Chicagoland Street Course. Ellie Joe in the house checks in from Indiana. SVG is the new Boris said. Says S Baller 8.
Carry it with you forever. It's NASCAR's toughest test of man.
They still in commercial, y'all. Still in a commercial there, but we're under green still. 51 of 80. No wreck by Bubba, Skip. Is that what you're focused on every race? Has Bubba wrecked yet? Kind of lame.
Welcome back to the Würth 400 here at Texas Motor Speedway. 29 laps to go here.
They're going back to that track on the 4th of July, says Jay Ramos.
Leading the way. He has just led his 6th lap of this race. Teammates Chase Briscoe.
Taking a break from mowing the yard, says Mark.
Kyle Busch with Andy Street as his crew chief.
He's way better, says Tim.
He is 4th. Chris Buescher is 5th. The rest of the top 10, Carson
Then
Gibbs,
what's his
Chase
face?
Elliott,
Then Boris
Alex
said.
Bowman and Tyler Reddick, and we are happy. No, let me say thrilled.
Briscoe's right there with Bell, y'all. He is right there. Hamlin is about a half second back.
Of New Hampshire Motor Speedway, where the Cup Series will go on August 23rd. David McGrath. Welcome, David.
Well, thank you, Brad.
Kyle Busch, though, 4th, y'all.
Yeah, what brings you and your accent down south?
Yes, well, first
I
of all,
never
Brad,
thought I
cool
would kind of be
we were
rooting
with
for
us.
Kyle
Feels
Busch
good,
to get a
but,
win,
we have
chat,
big
but he
announcement
needs one
today.
badly.
And the entitlements partner of our new entitlement partner is Dollar Tree and the Dollar Tree 301. So the August 23rd race is all signed up, and we're so excited about this new partnership. And they're a great group of people, and we cannot wait to roll up our sleeves and really put on a great show for fans all over the Northeast.
All right, I'm going to ask the silly question. Why is it the 301?
Well, you know, it's a great question because we go the extra mile.
What's your favorite paint scheme this week, chat? Who do you think has the baddest paint scheme?
Have a great time while you're at the Magic Mile, and we try to.
Boris said never won a race, says Tim.
And all the energy in the fan zone. And so, yes, that's the impetus behind it. It is we go the extra mile.
I never thought I'd be kind of rooting for him to maybe get a win here, but here we are.
There in New England, David. It's a lot of fun to see all of the action.
Here we are, chat.
And look, I know you're getting ready for the Dollar Tree.
27 to go in stage 1.
With the Performance Racing Network. You got a lot of other things happening before then as we celebrate 200.
It rained every Chicago street race.
Laconia Bike Week is one of the biggest things that happens in our country when it comes to the two-wheeled variety.
Yeah, it's the oldest rally in the country, and we're really proud to.
Not putting SVG down. He's really good on road courses.
A lot of great vendors coming to the speedway.
Never cheer for Kyle Busch wins, says Brandon B.
Come in and out of New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Harley Davidson will be there. Indian will be there doing demo rides. have over 50 vendors. It's a big event, and it's so good to showcase the Granite State to riders all over.
All right, Bell's lead almost a full second now over Briscoe.
They want to get more information on how to get tickets, and certainly if they want to camp and enjoy
SVG is more like Ambrose.
Go to nhms.com. All the information is there, and we update that.
That's too funny.
That thing is updated on our website, so that's
I said it was weird. I said it was weird, y'all. 25 to go in stage 1.
David McGrath, we look forward to coming there the weekend of August 23rd.
On TV, anyway.
Truck Series, Cup Series, doubleheader weekend with the Dollar Tree 301. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. Great to be on with you guys.
All right, there he is, Dave McGrath, the president and general manager of New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and one of my great motorcycle riding buddies. So we'll go up there and hop on 2 wheels.
Looking forward to that weekend. Brad just
If SVG stays, he will win on an oval.
Denny Hamlin just made his pass.
I was flying home from Vegas last week. Congrats on Hocevar's win. He's exactly what NASCAR needs right now. I totally agree. I totally agree.
Well, twice now we've seen Chase Briscoe get the lead, but not be able to hold it. Turns 1 and 2.
I'm about to have to get me some Hocevar swag if I can find it, y'all.
But in turns 1 and 2, they're feeding in some data, some research. They're telling him, look, you got to be on the gas longer. You can't tap the brake. You can't be off the gas.
As Zanardi passed away yesterday, DG.
On the big screen where he goes into 1 and 2.
Alex Zanardi, rest in peace.
That's where Denny Hamlin just passed him a few laps to go. So a little work to do for Briscoe in the 19 car, Brett.
Juan Montoya. I remember when he hit that track dryer. Biggest movers, Ryan Blaney plus 18 today. Where is he?
And for Suarez, he started on the outside pole.
Where the heck is he if he's plus 18?
After about 10 laps or so. Right now, Suarez is running 20th with 20 laps to go here in stage number 1.
24 gets my vote.
Ailing that car, they're going to need.
I liked Ambrose. He was a character, tried to get the right side of the car before Daytona.
On the front of the field, but I looked out at typing and scoring and saw that he had dropped all the way outside of the top 20, and it happened very, very quickly. So it's been a disappointing start to the day for Daniel Suarez, who certainly had high hopes.
Here's Blaney, 13th for Blaney, y'all, 13 seconds back. All right, they go to a commercial on Fox Sports 1. The Würth 400 presented by Liquid Molly. Fort Worth, Texas, Texas Motor Speedway.
Cars were in 1 lap pace. Brad, unfortunately, they have not been able to match it here.
Christopher Bell is your leader. Denny Hamlin second. Chase Briscoe third. Kyle Busch fourth.
Down as we have 19 to go here in stage number 1. We have not had a stoppage in this race just yet. Christopher Bell is leading this race over teammates Denny Hamlin and Chase Briscoe. Kyle Busch runs 4th. Chris Buescher 5th. 6th is Ty Gibbs. 7th, Carson Hocevar. Chase Elliott runs
12-12-12 says Theo.
9th, and Alex Bowman is in the top 10.
You working today, Theo, or you got the day off?
Kyle Larson is 12th. Ryan Blaney has been on the charge, plus 18 on the day. He runs in the 13th position. Ryan Preece is 14th. Austin Cindric is 15th. Connor Zilic.
I don't think Leslie can save my fantasy team.
17th. Joey Logano is 18th.
See what they doing. What are them Dodgers doing? Bottom of the 8th, 1 away.
Wallace, he started at the back in a
3-0, Doyers.
Josh Berry, is 22nd. 23rd, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Ross Chastain has dropped to 24th. 25th, Zane Smith. A.J. Allmendinger, 26th.
Bell, Hamlin, Briscoe.
John Hunter Nemechek is 28th. Todd Gilliland, 29th.
Day off. There you go, buddy.
Lap. Brad Keselowski in 30th.
There you go, buddy.
Car 1 lap down is Shane Van Gisbergen in 31st. 32nd is Noah Gregson.
I think Shelby at work.
Austin Dillon. 34th is his brother Ty Dillon. 35th.
Go. Let's go. 23. This is Everett.
Cody Ware is 37.
I don't think I gave Carmen her points.
Chad Fincham 11, make it 12 laps down in 38.
Chris Buescher.
Carmen, did I give you your points for last week?
Buescher up to the 4th spot now, and that leaderboard update brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
Do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick
All right,
up
let's
the
pause
phone
that. Do an update here. 65 of 80 in stage 1, 65 of 267 in the race. 33 minutes into it. No cautions, 5 lead changes, no caution laps. Christopher Bell is your leader by 0.4 of a second over Denny Hamlin. 1 second over Briscoe. Almost 3 seconds back to Buescher, and Kyle Busch has dropped to 5th. 3 seconds back. Ty Gibbs. 3.5 back. Hocevar back up to the 7th spot, 5 seconds back. Shelby says, yep, I'm at work. The only thing I can say is Kyle Busch stays where he is. I can guarantee he's going to wreck somebody. I used to love rooting against Kyle Busch, but now it feels like kicking a dead horse, says Marky Dew. Aloha Dodger fans, looks like Toyotas are doing well on the Texas Motor Speedway, says Joseph Adames. Watching on Hocevar's gear, keep you posted. Oh, his swag? Just finishing up today, says Shelby. So those little bracelets that the COO got last night, Shelby, a little vendor they had at the carnival. It's like one bracelet for each day of the week, and I'm sure they're not gold in any way, shape, or form, but they're beautiful. They look really nice. She liked them, so thank you. Thank you for allowing me to get them for her. She really liked them. Funnel cake yesterday, y'all, was delicious, by the way. The COO's funnel cake was top tier. We kept it simple, sugar and cinnamon. Al Busch shares a birthday with my oldest half-sister. Oh, let me turn back on this radio, y'all.
68. All right, so that
Bell is around.
12
We got
to
our
go
caution
now.
on
Our
the
first
track.
Caution, 12 to go in stage number 1. We owe our local
The leader.
stations a break. From Texas Motor Speedway, this is PRN, the Performance Racing
The
Network.
leader.
And Debbie, along with NASCAR legend Kyle.
Let's see what happened here. So the Lowe's car, number 34, apparently got into him. And the race leader goes around. Wow. I'm happy she's happy. There you go. Bell's right front. He's trying to get it to pit road. Bell has had bad luck all year. Hit the light. It says Florida white. I don't think anyone hit him. I think he just turned it. Oh, no, the 34 goes around in front of him. Wow. So they're catching up to lap traffic. And this guy came down and caught that right quarter, the quarter panel, and turned him. And he goes up into the outside wall right near the start-finish line. He wrecked. Leader got turned. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Play the in-car shot. Christopher Bell never stopped driving that car. He thought he could save it. Again, pulled hard to the left, almost down below the apron, trying to avoid that.
Seems you had a real good time. We did. We had a good time.
A lot of contact with Gilliland, but it was just enough to shoot Bell back across.
All that is necessary for funnel cake to be fair. Dang near anything is good deep fried sweet bread.
There is a ton of right side damage. Christopher Bell's taking that car behind the wall. Meanwhile, pit road is open and a flurry of action headed your way, Alan.
All right, pit road busy, y'all. Both tires flat on that 20.
Win the race. Do what's best for that strategy. So they're pitting. They're going to put 4 tires on it and make an adjustment to help him be better in terms.
That stinks as a S-Baller 8.
And Chase Elliott in saying he's just squirmy when he was on the throttle there, so a little loose for the 9. Also, Kyle Busch said he had nothing left on the right front to use at all. Brett McMillan.
Carson Hocevar's come in. He got a right side tire.
I have his prescription that. Nufo, your comment last night when we were at the carnival made me laugh, bro. When you said that you liked how Valhalla looked, how the tavern looked.
Came on the radio, and he said that the car was just so super loose that it just got away from him.
2 tire stops for Carson Hocevar and Ryan Preece. They're the first 2 off of pit lane, followed by those Joe.
All right, pit road really busy. Race off pit road.
And Chase Briscoe, I should say, off of pit lane. And Brad, few drivers that have stayed out. We'll reset it when we come back. The Würth 400 here at Texas Motor Speedway.
All right, so they go to a commercial. Points says Nufo. Nice on the COO's funnel cake, says Carbon. Butter my funnel cake and put maple syrup on it, says Everett. So Gilliland spins and takes out the race leader, who just happened to be going by. Crazy. Fox Sports goes to commercial. Lap 70 of 80 in stage 1, 70 of 267 in the race. 39 minutes has elapsed. We're 1 caution now. 6 lead changes, 2 caution laps thus far. You looked real cool with that jacket, says Theo. Eat a deep fried corn dog. I could crush another one of them corn dogs, y'all. They be open until like 3 today, I believe. They didn't have no caramel apples last night, chat. None. Something about some cooler was broke. What's up, Billy? Go Reddick. Too bad Bill had a fast car today. He sure did.
In that car that are put together.
He sure did have a fast one.
Hundreds of guys all over the world.
A Honda 10,000. Let me peek in on the Dodgers while we're waiting for this to get going again. Oh, St. Louis gets a run in the bottom of the 8th. Looks like St. Louis got a little something working in the bottom of the 8th here. Nope, they're through 8. So they're going to the 9th, chat. Going to the 9th. Dodgers 3, Cardinals 1 as the Dodgers try to salvage game 3.
You have to include thousands of people in this conspiracy. And then when it's over with, you have to go around and get rid of all those thousands of people. So that
Yep, 3-1, 3-1.
We have 8 laps to go in stage number 1. Eric Jones, Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
So they're going to have just enough time to get going and then for the stage to end it.
All stayed out. They're going for the stage points as we go back to
So Eric Jones is showing as your leader. Stenhouse second, Ross Chastain third.
His way into the top 10. And then the pit stop just happened. We've heard a lot about Ryan Blaney's pit crew and some of the issues they've been having. This time, though, it's Ryan Blaney himself taking the blame. As he exited his pit stall, he couldn't get through the gears. He got stuck in gear, and you could just see.
Blaney has issues on pit road. Don't tell Theo.
And apologized. Looks like he's about to line up back in 28th, losing all that ground he made up on the track. Just another bad stuff in the pit stop for him.
It's just amazing at this point, Brad. Just consistently, week in, week out, something goes wrong for Ryan Blaney down on pit lane, and he's got a fast race car.
Yeah, no lie, Tim. No lie. Stenhouse, Allmendinger, Hocevar right there with him, though, in 6th.
Right now being shown in 27th as we'll get.
I think Hocevar going to run through these guys.
Is out of his race car and headed to the infield care center after the incident where Todd Gilliland.
Never been a big fan of Carmel. Almost choked to death on a roll in my younger days.
His day is going to be done early. Let's go.
Yeah, they had lemonade, Shelby. I didn't get it, but they had some lemonade. It was shaped like a lemon. The little thing was shaped like a lemon where you could buy your lemonade.
Man, that's tough. He's been running well here today.
Yeah, he really has. And just saw Christopher Bell got graded by the coach.
Blaney's struggling on pit road this year. This time he said it was his fault.
Bell looking very dejected. Again,
so he loses 11 positions on pit road.
So, Brad, as we get ready to reset, this could be a fascinating 6-lap run to the end of stage number 1 with Eric Jones, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ross Chastain, A.J. Allmendinger, John Hunter Nemechek all staying out on no tires. 2 tire stops for Hocevar and Priest, and then everybody else on 4.
They're showing Blaney's onboard as he couldn't get through the gears coming off a pit road.
Freeway Insurance. More ways to choose, more ways to save. Freeway
Stalled it 2 times trying to get it going, y'all.
One heck of a restart. Ross Chastain told us during the pre-race show he started.
Where is Larson?
On the outside. He really wanted to start on the inside. The first trip now through the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone.
15th.
Have Chastain inside of road
15th for Larson.
Pat Patterson, they are behind the pace car, and we are going to restart with 6 to go here in stage number 1.
A little sprint racing here to end this stage. Up here on that front row, we'll see Stenhouse and the famed 43 going.
Right, the bubbles are going.
Eric Jones, Ross Chastain's there. A.J. Allmendinger. Hey, everybody got up on their feet. We're ready to see how they're going to finish. Here we go.
Headed through the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. Every car happy owner at Echo Park Automotive. On the inside, Eric Jones with a jump on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the outside. Stenhouse
Green flag,
Jr.,
green
though,
flag,
getting a
Chet.
big push from A.J. Allmendinger.
That is a huge push indeed. They're side by side for the lead. Jones and Stenhouse. Oh my goodness gracious. It's John Hunter Nemechek dropping like a ton of bricks in the field. It's chaos behind the leaders.
Well, 4 and 5 wide. Everybody trying to sort it out underneath the Big House TV. Up front, though, Jones and Stenhouse locked together for the lead.
Big wiggle for Ross Chastain. He gathers it in. Meanwhile, it's Eric Jones leading the field off of turn 4 as drivers are scattering left and right. They all keep it on the racetrack. Eric Jones back into turn 1.
Carson Hocevar.
I smell a wreck, y'all. I smell one coming.
A.J. Allmendinger. Wow, and Ty Gibbs had a big moment. He had to check up.
Rolo is soft caramel.
For third, though.
Eric Jones is
I love me some Rolos.
Stenhouse is now under attack by Hocevar. Hocevar is going to go to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take that spot away. And
Where's Kyle Busch at?
4 to go in stage number 2. Eric Jones with a half-second
they're
lead
gonna
now
wreck
over
here.
Carson Hocevar. Eric Jones stayed out. Hocevar fresh right side.
Hocevar up
Here
to
comes
second.
Chase Briscoe also further back in the field on 4. Fresh Goodyears. He's
Who am I looking for here?
Kyle Busch in front of them. Ross Chastain working on A.J. Allmendinger for the 4th position.
Who am I looking for here? Oh, Kyle Busch. 8th.
That second place car of Hocevar.
8th for Kyle Busch.
Stenhouse. A.J. Allmendinger holding his own down at the bottom. Ty Gibbs on the move.
It has not been easy for these drivers on fresh tires to roar through the field. In fact, Denny Hamlin is being put 3 wide with
4 to go.
Ryan Priest to his outside. Austin
On the
Cindric
TV.
to his inside. That's a hornet's nest, Andrew, in 1.
It certainly is chaos. Austin Cindric trying to take advantage of Denny Hamlin in front of them. Chase Briscoe, Ty Gibbs are side by side. They're both trying to pass Chastain.
Briscoe and Gibbs locked together there. They work their way into turn number 3. A.J. Allmendinger gets a bump by Ross Chastain. Here comes Briscoe. That opens up the door for Busch to move through there as well.
Huge block by A.J. Allmendinger. Ross Chastain was a victim of that.
Get up there, Hocevar.
Ty Gibbs to get
Get
around.
up there.
Chase Briscoe to get around. And now a battle with Kyle Busch.
That cost Chastain big time. Busch is trying to take advantage. He's on the inside of Ross Chastain. He will clear him easily for position to move Kyle Busch late in this race. Another position up.
Question is, can Hocevar run down the leader here in 3 and 4 with only a lap or so to go?
Oh my goodness.
Just some insane racing.
Contact
Kyle
there.
Busch almost spun through the tri-oval, but as Pat pointed out, we may have
24 and 8
for the stage win. 1 to go. Eric Jones trying to hang on as Hocevar charges.
Eric Jones has a
Guaranteed crash is Joseph Adames.
Carson Hocevar, one final time for Eric Jones down the back straightaway in this
Uh-oh.
Let's see if Hocevar can catch the leader. Underneath the TV they go. I think that Jones is too
You see
far
that
down
yellow
here.
flag
Here's
below
Eric
me.
Jones, bottom of the racetrack in 3 and 4, looking for the green and white checkered flag.
There we
And
go.
that green and white checkered flag is in the air. Eric Jones will win stage
Eric
number 1
Jones
at
is your
Texas
winner
Motor
of stage
Speedway.
1
Second
at
is Carson
Texas.
Hocevar. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. comes home 3rd with Ty Gibbs 4th. Chase Briscoe finished 5th. Kyle Busch just jumped up a spot, getting around A.J. Allmendinger for 6th. Chase Elliott finishes 8th in stage 1. 9th is William Byron. And Denny Hamlin gets the final stage point. Pit stops are coming up next.
That's Eric Jones'
Wherever you are
first
in life,
ever
Freeway gives you more
stage
ways to
win.
choose and more ways to save. You choose the coverage, you choose the price.
Hey,
Because
move
at
this.
Freeway, it's
I don't know
all
why it's
about
being
real
so freaking
people,
ornery.
real choices, and real savings for every driver. No matter where you live, Freeway's here to help. Your way. And remember, you always win with Freeway.
All right, let's turn off that. Show in the house. Hendrick Motorsports dominates stage 1. All right, 9th, top of the 9th, 1 away. Dodgers have scored another run. It's 4-1 Dodgers. on the Alex Call single to left to score Andy Pajes. 4-1 Dodgers trying to salvage game 3. Oh, Dodgers is Joseph. All right. I don't know, baby. I'm going to have to get me a drink or something, y'all. DLO ain't helping me. She don't love me no mo. She don't love me no mo, y'all. Freaking starving here. I'm literally withering away in my chair. I ain't got no drink. I ain't had no lunch. And she ain't moved from that love seat in almost 3 straight hours, y'all, playing that stupid game. And I'm kind of upset about it. I'm about to get pissed off.
Ian drives with determination to be faster, sharper, every lap, every day. Christopher Bell drives with inspiration because when talent meets the perfect team, you don't just win, you inspire what comes next. Toyota Racing, your race, your story.
She drank 1 beer last night, y'all, and she's acting like she's in pain, agony.
Auto Racing LLC.
The end of stage number 1 brings us into the second stage. Stage 2 is presented by Cheddar's Scratch Kitchen. Cheddar serves home-style comfort food like homemade chicken pot pie.
Oh, Chase Elliott. This is Craig Hot Rod. Eat a hot dog. This is DG.
David works both on air.
All right, so Jones wins stage 1. Hocevar ended up finishing second there. Typical. Why don't I just put this thing up here? I'm not getting you shit, lady. I was going to say, glad it's not breezy in your house. Val might blow away. Exactly. I mean, I'm just withering away in this chair. You can see it on the camera. That's why the camera is like, see, I'm like going out of existence. I thought you were killing chili dogs. No, I was trying to throw it out there. I've just been throwing shit out there, seeing if it could make her move and hook me up, but it ain't. Nothing's working, y'all. Nothing's working. She says, well, while you're up, I delivered her breakfast to her on that love seat about 2.5 hours ago. Ty Gibbs eats hot dogs for breakfast. COO should have drank more than 1 beer. She was chilling. It was a shitty muchalada, too. Really shitty. Didn't look nearly as good as the picture. Third place for 47.
Garage Pass. This has been a PRN pit stop.
If she was hungry, you'd never hear the end of it.
NASCAR is
This
back.
is S Baller.
Home for racing, May 22nd through the 24th for the Coca-Cola 600.
All right, they're interviewing Bell.
Welcome back to Texas Motor Speedway.
Laney frustrated. Let's talk about General Thor.
Alongside Nick Yeoman, I'm Brad.
Where is Thor? Is he laying with you?
Pat Patterson calling the action in the turns. Our Napa pit reporters, Brett McMillan, Heather DeBoe, and Alan Cavana. And
Someone said something about no General Thor emoji.
Great time and an amazing.
I thought I put one in there.
Hard here, led by Mark Faber, but really, you
Nope.
talk about some people who just make things happen. Kenton Nelson and my buddy Cameron Branch and Chuck Berg, who I mentioned earlier, who's retiring after this race. Let's go to the Infield Care Center and Alan Cavana.
And I'm with Christopher Bell. I know things happen fast in racing. Just tell us about what you saw.
I used to drink 1 beer and get
I saw
a stiff neck, so I had to drink
Me and
more.
Denny were side by side. Denny lifted, and I was spinning, and I'm like, oh, I think I can.
Newfo, we haven't talked about the Circle K car of Kyle Busch.
Didn't make it.
One of those days.
Yep.
Number 8.
One of those days in racing for Christopher Bell. In the lead, and then the caution.
All right, thank you very much, Alan. And he'll
Hey,
head back
chat,
to his
I'm
section
disappearing.
to pit road
Look at
as
my shoulder.
The green light is on at the entrance, and the field tucked
You
in
get up.
behind that pace car, Nick. And we saw a lot of people pit with 9 to go in stage number 1. We'll see if they take another opportunity.
more
to do
lives
it
you
here
got?
again.
Yeah, certainly stage 1 winner Eric Jones is going to pit. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who finished 3rd, will pit as well. But what about those other drivers? Looks like Carson Hocevar.
It's a sad day in Emojiville.
Some of those JGR Toyotas, but here
All right, pit
come
road
those
open.
drivers that have not pitted. Alan Cavana, they're headed to you.
Yeah, and we're looking to see who exactly is going to pit. Eric Jones, the leader, he didn't pit before, so he came down after that stage win. Ryan Blaney, who lost all that track position, is in again. He doesn't want to make the car tighter, but he says he's going to have to because he has to get through all of that traffic once again, Heather Dubois.
And Ricky
Thor
Stenhouse
emoji.
Jr. is in from that third position, telling the team he's just a little
You guys
loose
don't
on
miss
that
a
tough
thing,
side.
do you?
Also in was Ross Chastain tight into 3, and he thinks he may have some damage.
All right, Dodgers, what
where
we
the
doing?
right front headlight is on that vehicle. Brett McMillan.
Still 4-1, top of the ninth, 2 outs.
Change, but as he was exiting, darn near hit Todd Gilliland.
Dodgers got a runner on first.
Coming in for the third time since this caution came out at the end of the stage, as he, of course, is making some repairs to his car after that spin.
Thank you very much,
Or
Brett.
give Val
Nice
something to
hustle,
eat and
Alan
drink.
Cavani.
Yeah,
Several cars
I got a
stayed
better
out.
chance of the
Of course, Ross
COO
Chastain at
get
the
me
end
something,
with
and
damage. That might
that
have
ain't a
been
good
from that
chance
block
either.
From AJ Allmendinger. We'll come back.
I might not make it to the end of this, y'all. I might not make it.
Zone through the second time
I'm withering away here.
as we get into stage number 2 at Texas Motor Speedway.
I'm withering away here.
Vehicle safety starts underneath.
Trying to make it to Los Angeles for the Dodgers game on May 30th. They play the Phillies.
And the doers. For old friends and new.
F1 driver.
Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Dodgers going to win because we're doing NASCAR. Well, at least they didn't score 15 runs like they normally do when I don't stream them.
Has reassumed the lead here at Texas Motor Speedway.
At least they didn't put up a 15 spot on somebody. Hit 8 home runs.
The 30th anniversary of the Kyle Petty charity ride.
It's hard to believe that. I can't believe.
Imagine the biggest Kevin Harvick fan I know cheering for Kyle Busch. Wild time.
We were riding motorcycles to California.
No, I'm cheering for Hocevar. Don't get it twisted.
Oklahoma City, and then we
Hocevar showing up as the leader again. Carmen.
Riding in, it was late at night. And it's like, oh my God, this would be so cool. We'll get people to give us 10 cents a mile. We'll ride. We'll do a bike-a-thon.
So I'll go get something and meet back up, says Tim.
Dick Brooks rode with us that first year. Robert Yates rode with us. Cindy Sissoms rode with us. Man,
Yeah, I'm not cheering for Bush. I'm just saying if he wins, I won't be too crazy upset. But make no mistake, I'm rooting for that 77.
Through the years, it is like a traveling show for the NASCAR Hall of Fame to go across country sometime. But it has been really good. We heard of a couple of different hospitals and a couple of different kids that were race fans, and we were thought, hey, we'll just stop and make a donation to help their families pay their bills. And that's what we did.
Saw some pictures from that Kyle Petty charity ride
30th anniversary of the Kyle Petty charity ride.
yesterday. They're pretty cool.
Action of NASCAR's
Pretty
All-Star
cool.
Weekend, May 15th through 17th at the Monster Mile. Go to Dover
Here comes Tanner Scott for our Dodgers. Let the COO call the next 20 laps from the couch and grab some food.
Speedway. Carson Hocevar is your race leader. In fact, let's give you a state water
She won't do that either. She got lives for 30
When
minutes.
you need a water heater, make sure you get a state. Visit statewaterheaters.com.
Imagine being addicted to a video game, Chad. Imagine.
You, Brad Gilly, our pole sitter and Talladega winner, is back out front.
Carson Hocevar, they had a 2-tire stop with 9 to go in stage number 1. Now he would lead the field in Cheddar's stage number 2. Ty Gibbs runs second. Third is Chase Briscoe.
Oh, the good
Kyle
guy.
Busch has been in the top 5 all day. He's fourth. Fifth is Chase Elliott. William Byron sixth.
They
Denny
come by
Hamlin,
here, it's
seventh.
loud,
Chris
says
Buescher is
Tim.
eighth. Austin Cindric wins 9th. Bubba Wallace is 10th.
Alex Bowman is
NASCAR is
11th.
more entertaining when Bush does well,
Corey
says
Heim is
DG
up
Bebb.
at 13th. Shane Van Gisbergen is 14th. 15th is the defending race winner, Joey Logano. Michael McDowell is 16th. 17th is Zane Smith. Eric Jones, who won stage number 1, has filled back in the 18th position. AJ Allmendinger is 19th, and Daniel Suarez is 20th.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 21st. 22nd is Ross Chastain. 23rd, Ryan Preece. Connor Zilic runs 24th. Kyle Larson is 25th. 26th, John Hunter Nemechek. 27th, Brad Keselowski. Ryan Blaney is 28th. 29th, Austin Dillon. Josh Berry runs 30th.
31st is Riley Herbst. 32nd is Ty Dillon. Cole Custer is 33rd. Noah Gregson is 34th. Cody Ware is
I'll going to the
35th.
kitchen to
Todd
get me some
Gilliland is
jalapeno
36th.
aguave tortilla
Only car out of
chips.
the
I will
race
keep
right
you
now is
up to
Christopher
date
Bell,
on my
37th.
snacks.
Chad
Okay, thank you,
Bishop shows
Theo.
off the racetrack in 38th. Meanwhile, the field heading through the freeway insurance choose. More
That
ways
would have
to
worked
choose,
better,
more
Theo,
ways
if you'd
to
have
save.
said, I got my wife going to the kitchen to get me some jalapeno agave tortilla chips.
We're going to restart this with 77 laps to go.
COO says, get me a drink while you're in there, Theo.
This one about the same length as the opening.
Brandon B says, I'm 40 and I still play Rocket League regularly, so I can relate. He might throw a house shoe at you. The worst wrecks are when a guy goes straight into the wall and almost instantly comes to a stop.
Up in 3 and 4, we're starting to see a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of grooves on that side of the racetrack.
Yeah, it's really
77-54, a future rivalry. I think Hocevar is about to steal Gibbs' sponsor, chat.
I think we've got a probably good solid.
I think Hocevar is about to steal his sponsor. He's already signed a personal contract with Monster. I've seen concepts of the paint scheme for next year. It's a white car with silver accents. It's pretty sick.
Lights are out on the Chevy pace car. A good afternoon so far.
All right, here we go. Back under green, y'all.
Chase Briscoe. Fans are on their feet. Chevrolet pace car heads to the pit road. Here we go.
Back under green. Hocevar's lead, almost a full second over Gibbs.
Cup Series on the front row. Ty Gibbs to the outside. Carson Hocevar to the inside. And when you know it, those two youngsters are going to drag race as we
Craving some tortilla chips.
Stage 2. They are even. Andrew Curlin into turn 1.
It's a dead heat going into turn number 1. Carson Hocevar down low. Ty Gibbs up high. Neither driver.
He's making me manwich with nacho cheese sauce. Says Theo.
Chase Briscoe looking as if he could make a move around all two of them. Can't get
He says it's not true. You're lying, Theo. COO just accused you of slander. Monster's got the money for both. They've never featured the sugar-free variety on the Monster side, and I think that's what they got planned for Hocevar.
And Chase Briscoe giving
I think it would be helpful if we all drop our favorite race food, snack, and drink in the chat. Well, mine is air, apparently. Air and hope.
Pat, I think Briscoe might be faster than both of them. Right now, though, he can't find a way around because they're still deadlocked side by side. Hocevar noses ahead at the line, but they're still even into one.
They're racing like it's the last lap, but we just started stage number 2. Ty Gibbs runs the middle group of the racetrack. Hocevar down low. Ty Gibbs trying to power.
Well, here comes Gibbs.
They stay right there, but guess who's coming? Here comes the 9 car of Chase Elliott.
And here comes Elliott, too, y'all.
Right now, they finally sorted out up front. Hocevar.
Boy, Ty Gibbs goes wide. Chase Briscoe takes advantage, drives right across the nose of his teammate, and he will set his sights on the lead with Hocevar.
Ty Gibbs lost a ton of momentum. That's going to open him into the third
Gibbs.
position, and Chase Elliott is fighting for more. Up front, it's Carson Hocevar and Chase Briscoe separated by 2 car lengths.
Battle for 5th, battle for 6th, battle for 7th, 2 by 2
Ooh.
by 2 going down the backstretch here at Texas. Up front, though, Briscoe taking a beat on the
Gibbs.
That's a great point, Pat. The front 4 have sorted it out as we got a car sideways.
24 car goes completely sideways.
24 around. Caution out.
What a power slide by William Byron, and give credit to the field. Nobody hit him.
Brad, I don't know how William Byron just got away with that, and I don't know how Joey Logano's car isn't absolutely destroyed. They missed by inches out of turn 4.
That was incredible. Logano with an evasive move. It's almost like he wasn't sure where Byron was going to go.
Budweiser and pork rinds.
Go here, and we'll find out. William Byron is going to have to make a trip, obviously, down pit road as he
Tila around on the track with Byron.
You actually see all of the flaps out on that, whether it's on the A-post, whether it is the hood flaps, the roof flaps, everything they can to keep the car on the
Dodgers
ground.
win today?
And it's those
Yep, Dodgers win. 4-1 is your final. They get 1 in St. Louis. They will travel.
Top 10, and if he and Logano would have made
They will travel today and be in Houston tomorrow, y'all.
Because you had the entire pack roaring out of turn number 4 as we get a first look.
Dodgers win. Dodgers win. Dodgers win. Busch Light and tostadas with taco dip.
And, boy, he was just a passenger. Did a great job.
That's NASCAR food.
The throttle to keep it out of the outside wall, Brad. But how Joey Logano didn't absolutely clean his clock, I will never know.
That was incredible. So, William Byron, Joey Logano will both continue to race their way through.
Well, unless Thor decides to get up and go over there and get you
some.
some.
Napa pit reporter Heather DeBow.
And William Byron in here, the team going to work getting those flaps down on the roof of the car, also working on that right front, changing tires as well.
Beer,
as
then
the left
another
side.
beer.
They make their way around here. They're going to fuel them up. But as you said, he just lost it there. Also listening to Joey Logano's conversation, they were looking at pictures to see if he made contact to the 24. He is also, I believe, going to come down pit road here.
You bet on him, Brandon B?
Make a little check on the 22 of Joey Logano.
Pit road is open. Let's see if we have any takers, and we do. The entire field now coming down. Alan Cavana, you're the first one they'll hit.
Or now has decided it's time for the COO to move off that couch. Giving him the foot. Giving her the foot.
19 machine running very fast. Briscoe is
Bologna Burger Track Food.
On and off. Oh, he collides with Kyle Larson on pit road. Now he's got to back up a big crash here on pit road. The 19 Briscoe off. Kyle Larson with a lot of damage, Heather.
And Chase Elliott was in. That team opted to take right side tires. Almost some contact there with Ross Chastain in the vehicle in front of him. Also in was Joey Logano. Brett McMillan.
Pit road open.
Logano just slammed into Cole Custer here on pit road. Damage to both cars.
Custer and Logano get into it.
Had to stop, and Logano slammed into him. Meanwhile, we got Chris Buescher had a 2-tire change, and also Ty Gibbs came in. He took a 4-tire change. I did hear guys like Carson Hocevar say that they felt like they were within 1 lap of making
Adventure Guide? What's up, man?
But Cole Custer now sitting in here with damage to his right rear, and I know that Joey Logano will be coming back around with serious damage.
I'm going to do it, y'all. I'll be right back.
Chase Elliott wins the race off of pit lane. That is far from the story, Brad. That was one of the most disastrous trips for this field down pit lane I've ever seen. Joey Logano, if he's a cat, he burned up his ninth life out of turn number 4. He just destroyed the left front of his car.
And just when you think I avoided what could have been one of the biggest crashes of my career, he goes on to pit road, and here's what happened. Cole Custer was coming in. Ty Gibbs was already in his pit stall, and he was pitted behind Cole Custer. Gibbs was coming out. Cole Custer stopped to let Gibbs clear him. Joey Logano just didn't have anywhere to go. I don't even know that he saw Cole Custer stop and didn't anticipate it. And now the left front fender is flared out. The left front wheel is pointed a little too far left for comfort right now.
Yep, let's go back to pit lane. Heather DeBow.
That's exactly right there, Brad. They did just say it looks like the toe is out on the left front. The team has a toolbox up on the wall. Joey Logano getting ready to pull into his pit and definitely toe out. That tire is pointed at a 45-degree angle straight towards me. Heavy damage to the nose. They're going to have to use Bear Bond here if they can get the suspension fixed, if there's any issues there, as well as having to go to work on that toe. The team kind of slowing down operations here, so we'll stay tuned and see if they're able to fix this. Alan Cavana.
Kyle Larson in again after the damage that he just went through here on pit road. What happened is Chase Briscoe, one of the first cars on pit road, only took 2 tires, so he was out early. Kyle Larson was one of the last. He was running in the back of the field after some pit stop strategy. So Kyle Larson comes in, Chase Briscoe takes 2. They hit, and all of the damage is on the left front of the 5 car now for Kyle Larson. They've got the bar out to make sure that the wheels, everything is straight, but they are really working to try to fix any of the hole, the fender, everything on that left front. A lot of damage for this 5 car, Heather.
And the crew chief of Joey Logano, Paul Wolf, just said, we got to take it back to the garage. It looks like the left front could be killed here, so they're going to have to take that 22 machine to the garage, and this could be an ending to Joey Logano's day, not the way he wanted that to go with that unfortunate incident there on pit road. Brett McMillan.
And Cole Custer has taken his car to the garage area. Major damage to the right rear of that car, and it looked like the whole right rear was askew anyway, so serious damage there. And I will apologize to all my turn brethren. I forgot to call trouble.
Yeah, there was plenty of it down on pit lane. Brett will forgive you, but Brad, it's the ultimate bit of irony. These drivers narrowly avoid a massive pileup at 190 miles per hour out of turn 4. We both thought that, Joey Logano and William Byron should have had their cars destroyed, but then they come to pit lane going 45 miles per hour, and that's where all the chaos is. That's why I love this sport, man. You just never know in these races.
Yeah, never thought we would see that much violence on pit road as we were already under caution, but the field has just gone through the freeway insurance choose. We have 68 laps to go in Cheddar's stage number 2. When we restart this race, let's give you a quick top 10 rundown. Corey Heim with 2311 Racing is the control car. He leads Zane Smith. Brad Keselowski runs 3rd. 4th is Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 5th, Daniel Suarez. John Hunter Nemechek 6th. Riley Herbst 7th. All of those cars did not pit. Chase Elliott was the first one among them to pit. He runs 8th. 9th, Chris Buescher, and Michael McDowell in 10th.
Field is up in front of Pat Patterson? No, we're going to go one more lap around. So we'll go ahead and continue down that rundown, as there sounds like there's some debris that needs to be cleaned up on pit row, and why wouldn't there be, considering all the carnage? 11th is Kyle Busch. 12th is Austin Cindric. 13th is A.J. Allmendinger. Points leader Tyler Reddick right now is 14th. Denny Hamlin is 15th. Bubba Wallace is 16th. 17th is Ross Chastain. Eric Jones is 18th. 19th is Alex Bowman. And 20th is Carson Hocevar.
Well, when it rains, it pours for Joey Logano. His car is still sitting on pit road. It's not going to the garage like Heather DeBose said they told him to. The reason why? He went to restart the car, and the starter won't engage. So they're having to hook him up to a tow truck, and they'll have to tow that car to the garage to be able to get repaired. Joey Logano came into this race 15th in the Cup Series point standings.
All right, Chad, I'm back.
There is a good chance we might leave here, and the defending winner of the Würth 400 will no longer be in chase
I went out with some
contention.
leftover
It's
pizza
been one of those years for Joey
and a
Logano.
leftover hamburger.
Yeah, his car sits on pit lane, was looking for a really good day for Team Penske, and it's going to end with a destroyed left front on that discount tire Ford. Right now, he is being scored
myself.
35th and most likely out of the race because there was some heavy damage.
Yeah, for sure. This is race number 11. Race number 26 is the end of the regular season. Plenty of time for Joey Logano to try and climb his way back up through the point standings, but this is really back-to-back weeks where he's taken a couple of big hits in that. Last week at Talladega, part of that big 24-car pileup, and now here at Texas, the incident happening on pit road.
Ham, cheese, lettuce, tomato, Miracle Whip
incidents, which is just
on
crazy to
toasted
see.
bread.
Yeah, and the problem is, the further you go in the season, those gaps get harder to make up. You know, drivers start to pull away, and it's harder to move up spots in the standings, so you got to avoid those issues. All right, Pat Patterson, now the lights are off of the pace car.
To do both, y'all. To do both, you have to be experienced.
Cheddar's stage 2.
Yeah, and what's amazing is about the first 3 rows of these cars getting ready to restart, we're almost a lap down just a little while ago. Fans are on their feet. We're ready to restart the Würth 400.
Here we go.
As we head through the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone, Corey Heim, the control car, he gets a jump on Zane Smith. Top 7 cars did not come to pit road. They will race door-to-door into one.
Heim gets a handsome push from Brad Keselowski. That will hurdle him out on front.
Austin
Keselowski
Celtics
uses
eliminated?
all that momentum to go side by side with Zane Smith. as
I
they
gave
go
her her
second
tea
down the
that
back
she had in the
straightaway.
fridge.
Heim in control here, down
Her
the
sweet
back
tea.
straightaway at TMS. Into the corner he goes, paints that white line there with his car. Right behind him, that's where you find
Right.
Brad Keselowski.
Corey Heim leads the field off of turn number 4. A lot of 2 and 3 wide racing. Battle is for third as Daniel Suarez looks to the inside of Zane Smith.
The front two have everything sorted. Daniel Suarez down low. Wow, Zane Smith with a big wiggle. That might give the advantage to Daniel Suarez, who clears him for the third position.
Suarez tries to
Wow.
take that spot
Way
away
back
for
there, huh?
third. Can't quite get it done. Zane battles back on the outside there. Stenhouse lot watching on. Now move Suarez up a spot.
Daniel Suarez gets that third spot from Zane Smith, but big fight behind him. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. behind
Put it on the
Zane
hamburger.
Smith. Riley Herbst was trying to drive to the inside of Chase Briscoe.
Zane Smith now under fire from Ricky Stenhouse Jr. behind them. They're almost 3 wide for position. Riley Herbst down low. Chase Elliott.
Oh,
up
Brad's
high.
a Dallas
Second
John.
field. They all sorted out single file now.
Yeah, Chase Elliott making moves now, trying to work his way to the front. Meanwhile, Corey Heim has really pulled out to a nice lead off the corner.
Pat, Corey Heim is very comfortable at the front of
Trouble.
NASCAR field.
Ty Gibbs slams the wall up
Oh,
here
no.
in 3 and 4. Car totally jumped around on him, going into 3 about midway
Ty
through
Gibbs
3 and 4.
wrecks
Single
it.
car accident. Caution back on the racetrack.
That is the 4th caution here of the Würth 400. A lot of smoke coming out from underneath the right side of Ty Gibbs' cars. He just went
Sorry,
high,
Shelby.
got up in the marbles and just passenger doored it right to the outside safer barrier. 64 laps to go in Cheddar's stage number 2 as Corey Heim leads Brad Keselowski and Daniel Suarez.
Summer at Cracker
It
Barrel
didn't.
means big campfire flavor. This weekend
No,
only,
I gave
get
her a
early
tea.
access to potatoes, carrots,
262 in the house. Gibbs is wrecked, y'all. Right front. Olive loaf? Not me. Corey Heim just set the fastest lap of the race, a 186.75. A lot of cars need to be wrecked. Got to get Blaney out of the bottom, says Theo. Single car wreck, y'all. 23 of 85 in stage 2, 103 of 267 in the race.
Is to lock in that juicy flavor. Fuel up while you can. It's here.
All the Toyotas wrecked this week? That would be sweet, says Kurla. All right, so Fox Sports 1 goes to a commercial. Let's check in on PRN.
Going into the race, no matter what happened, that man, Tyler Reddick's going to be the driver to beat.
Expert analysis unfiltered. The 5 to Go podcast on GoPRN.com, Apple, Spotify, and YouTube.
Mike Rowe on the student organization known as Skills USA.
Well, everybody talks about high unemployment. It seems to me that the real problem is the skills gap.
There's Brad in second.
We're going to have a couple more laps before we go back through the Echo Park Automotive restart zone. We've got 61 to go now in Cheddar stage number 2. We'll give you a full field rundown after we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is PRN.
Might be a Cup GOAT in 20 years. Really? I don't know much about him, Brandon. Pineapple soaked in soy sauce?
Here for the Würth 400 on the Performance Racing Network. Alongside Brad Gilly, I'm Nick Yeoman. Joining us in the turns is Andrew Curlin and Pat Patterson. They've called plenty of action today. Some of our pit reporters, to be honest with you, our Nap Auto Parts pit reporters, Alan Cavana, Heather DeVoe, Brett McMillan, plenty of action down there. Our top 10 looks like this as we complete lap 104 of 267. We're in the middle
Not
of
much
stage
jalapeno.
number 2. Corey Heim is your race leader. And right before that caution came out, Brad, I was going to point out.
Fire off
Corey
tomorrow.
Heim's
The
very
new filter
comfortable
showed
at
up
the front of
today.
pack
The new
in NASCAR
filter.
races. He won 12 truck races a year ago. And the theme of NASCAR this year has been first-time winners. We've had 3 in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Never
We've
sing
had
in the
2
NASCAR
in the
streams?
Cup Series with Ty Gibbs and Carson Hocevar. We got a long way to go, but hey, throw Corey Heim into the mix because we know how talented that young man is.
Yeah, and by the way, one of the pre-race stories coming into this is
Really?
that we haven't had as many natural cautions through the first 10 races so far this season. Pretty sure we might be making up for that here.
I saw something on
12 cautions, and
TikTok
you said
2 days
earlier,
ago
in the Gen 7 era at Texas, what's
where
the
a guy
average?
was selling
14, and we got away pretty good in
pineapple
stage number 1. We
spears
had a long green flag run
that he soaked in
but,
Kool-Aid
I don't know if these have been natural cautions or
and
not,
sold
Brad,
them for
because we've had some
$20
wild incidents,
a
taking
jug.
out leaders and then having cars running into each other on pit lanes. So it has been a fascinating day so far. We still got a lot of racing at Texas Motor Speedway.
Field has come through the Freeway Insurance choose. Corey Heim chooses the bottom. Brad Keselowski ends up taking the top on this one. And these restarts have been pretty fiery as well. It's been a lot of fun watching them be able to really race side by side, lap after lap after lap. Here
Sixth place.
Well, what's been fun is we've seen different players at the
Sixth
front of the
place
field.
for
Nearly every
Chase
restart.
Elliott
There's
right
been
now.
Plenty of different fuel and tire strategy throughout the course of this day. So all of a sudden now we're going to see young Corey Heim with one of the oldest drivers in the field, Brad.
We get a halfway there in
up
these
at the front
races,
of the
is
field.
Theo.
So this should be pretty entertaining. Pat Patterson, you've been calling a lot of good action up there in turns 3 and 4 as we're set
We'll
for
try it.
racing. We're going to restart Cheddar Stage 2 with 59 laps to go.
Yep, been a fun afternoon up here so far. Big afternoon also for all these fans that are been watching all this action. Corey Heim had a great
bunch of
car
pineapple
behind him, by the
spears
way.
in a
solid
like a
car.
jug,
Now,
a little.
Keselowski right up here on the front row with him.
About the size of
also
a
has had a good
mayonnaise
car here,
jar.
especially in the first part of this stage.
And you
Right
soak them
behind
in
him,
Kool-Aid.
Zane Smith
He was selling
and
them for
Daniel
$20 a
Suarez,
pop.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Chase Elliott is there. We got an interesting group.
He was
to get this
selling
thing
out.
restarted. Let's do it right now.
We'll hit the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. Every car, happy owner, Echo Park Automotive. And Corey Heim gets the jump on Brad Keselowski, but Keselowski will try and hang to his outside.
It's a youngster and a veteran racing for the lead here. Corey Heim, though, will shuffle his way to the lead. They're going to go side by side for second. It's Daniel Suarez and Brad Keselowski in lockstep.
Suarez on the bottom, Keselowski to the outside, Zane Smith right behind him. Here's Chase Elliott trying to work the middle of the racetrack. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the bottom, but it'll be Heim off the corner.
Nice power move by Daniel Suarez to pick off the second spot away from Brad Keselowski. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. throws a big block. That's in a battle for fifth with Chase Elliott pinned to his outside.
Chase Elliott will run the middle groove of the racetrack. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. left side Goodyear's all the way up against that left side white line. They're still side by side. No, make that Chase Elliott
Everybody
next
for
to Zane
themselves.
Smith.
Elliott out next to the wall, pulls the wheel down to the left. He's going to get around.
Poor guy,
Zane
give him
Smith,
something.
move the 9 car up to the 4th spot.
Chase Elliott has the
Yes.
freshest tires among them. He last pitted
Oh.
on lap 94. Race leader Corey Heim pitted on
I
lap
didn't give a
70.
shit.
It's Heim,
I was
Suarez,
starving.
Keselowski with Chase Elliott chasing him.
Zane Smith trying to play defense. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the next
Sorry,
driver to
Flores.
pounce.
I
He's
love
to
you to
his
death, buddy.
inside here in turns 1 and 2. Stenhouse will go wheel to wheel with Zane Smith for position down the backstretch.
And we'll follow that battle. They stay side by side with each other. Right behind them, Eric Jones and Chris Buescher.
Give him one
get
of them
after
pieces
it
of
for
pizza.
position
They're
as
going
well.
bad.
Behind them is Chase Briscoe.
Boy, Stenhouse and Smith not cutting each other any slack. You might not have been able to swipe a credit card between those two. They'll be side by side still at the start-finish line. Andrew, this is for fifth.
Neither driver can negotiate who
Will we
will
get
take the
another
fifth
first-time
position.
winner?
Stenhouse Jr. outbreaks Zane
Today?
Smith, says, hey, I'll take that.
Don't be mean to
Chase
Thor.
Elliott looks to make a move for third.
Chase Elliott now with an opportunity to go to the 3rd spot here in Texas. Keselowski to the outside, Elliott to the bottom, makes fast work of getting that spot.
Chase Elliott trying to take those fresh tires.
He's
to the
getting him a
front
piece of
the
pizza,
field.
y'all.
Now running in third, he'll set his sights on Daniel Suarez, about 10 car lengths behind.
And that deficit for Chase Elliott on the second position to Suarez is closing. Call it about 5 car lengths now.
He got
on
nothing.
Daniel
Now he got a
Suarez.
whole
Chase
piece,
Elliott's
though.
going to get a good run off the corner as well.
Great racing it back there in the pack as well. Once again, Buescher trying to battle with Jones for that spot. Briscoe is right behind him. They stay locked together for that spot with Jones trying to hang on.
Corey Heim, your leader at the start-finish line. Daniel Suarez still trying to hold off Chase
At
Elliott.
30 of
by
85 in
3 car
stage
lengths
2,
back to turn
chat.
1.
Looking at a battle between Chris Buescher and John Hunter Nemechek. That's further back in the field.
Let Thor chew on one of your fingers.
On the move so far as he puts his sights now on Zane Smith for position.
All right, here comes the battle for second. Chase Elliott is going to try to make a move.
I'll
here
give him a virtual
on Daniel
chili dog. How
Suarez.
about that?
Can't do anything with him this time.
Chase Elliott got a very fast prime Napa
Uh-oh,
Chevrolet
what?
here. He sets his sights again on Daniel Suarez. He had to reset just a bit.
I can't imagine why your battery would be dying,
It's
COO.
1 car length now for the NASCAR Cup Series champion Chase Elliott on Daniel Suarez. Chase runs.
Thor didn't have to get his own pizza. I know, Theo. Finally.
The driver of the 7 of Suarez.
She's
Now
alive.
takes a look to the inside. Now moves to the outside, bottom of the racetrack.
Cornelius.
Has he got position? Yes, he's got it this time. Can he move around Suarez? They stay side by side.
Monterey, Mexico versus Dawsonville,
Yeah,
Georgia.
buddy.
Only in NASCAR, they're even at the start-finish line. Daniel Suarez comes charging back on the outside. Chase Elliott buries it to the bottom.
And all this is music to the ears of Corey Heim, who has checked out in the race lead. Give Chase Elliott
Where the
now
hell is the
clear second
77?
position. Suarez under fire from Brad Keselowski.
Here they come down the backstretch once again. Elliott pulls that second spot for himself alongside Suarez. Behind him, Brad Keselowski, Ricky Stenhouse. A little further back there, that's where you find Chris Buescher.
Corey Heim enjoys a 2-second lead right now with 51 to go in Cheddar stage number 2 as we go to the Infield Care Center with Alan Cabana.
Joey Logano out of the Infield Care Center after all things a crash on pit road. It was a hornet's nest. Can you just, what happened out there?
Yeah, everyone's taking 2 tires, and you know the pit stops are so fast. Now the whole
napkin.
field is passed when everyone's pulling out. And it's just one of those situations that they checked up and they couldn't stop in time, and ran in the back of 41 there. So it's gosh, it sucks. I had a good car. discount tire Mustang could run in the top 5 for sure, maybe better.
Tough day for Joey Logano. Odd ending.
Yeah, Brad, today he will finish.
I have no idea what you're on about, Jalapeno. I have no idea.
That is just a tough thing for him. And as we're tracking live standings, and of course, really, this doesn't matter till the end of the race, still showing Joey Logano 15th in the Cup standings. So there might be a little salvation at the end of this for him, but these are missed opportunities and points that they would certainly love to get here today. I want to point out as well, we've got 49
67
to go in
is another
2-3
X1 car.
Pitted on lap 70, Chase Elliott in second. Last pitted on lap 94. Corey Heim might be on just a little bit of a different pit cycle, but they're not at a deficit right now, except for maybe speed on the racetrack, although Heim is pulling away. We're now within the window if they want to pit before the end of the stage where they can make it to the next green and white checkered flag. So really everyone can even out, even though we saw a couple of different rounds of pit stops after those last couple of cautions.
Well, and also keep in mind, Corey Heim's not running for a championship. Points do not matter for him. So in terms of staying on one strategy, looking for stage points, he's going for a race win. So he can do an alternate strategy. And you're right, if things work out and we stay green.
Heim's lead 2.329.
Corey Heim is running away right now. Last time by 2 seconds over Chase Elliott. He just crossed the line as well. And Chase Elliott this lap, we'll see if he's catching Heim. No, 2.1 seconds on older tires. That Toyota of Heim is just in the wind here in Texas.
And we've already lost a couple of them, right? We talked about the pace of those Toyotas early on. If you joined us late, it was Ty Gibbs hitting the wall a little bit ago. Christopher Bell got wrecked out while leading. So 2 Toyotas fall to the wayside. Brad, somebody's got to pick up all the slack, and Corey Heim right now is proving that he is more than capable.
We have 47 laps to go in Cheddar's stage number 2. Corey Heim leads.
Elliott is getting some of that clean air, moving up fast. Is Joseph Adames.
Your top 5.
And Elliott up to second. Commercial break, y'all. Stage 2, 40 of 85. Lap 120 of 267 in the race. We're 1 hour, 30 minutes into this. About 4 cautions, 11 lead changes, 24 caution laps. Corey Heim, your leader, by 2.1 seconds over Elliott, 3.3 over Suarez, 3.4 over Brad Keselowski in 4th. I'm going to take you through the field. My right, your left on your screen. Zane Smith, 8th. Tyler Reddick, 10th. Whole bunch of Toyotas at 10 through 12. There's Bubba Wallace up to 14th. Hocevar, 16th now. See how many cars we got on the lead lap here. Ty Gibbs, the first car showing 10 or more laps down, a lap or more down in 34th. So 33 cars still on the lead lap. The Würth 400 from Texas Motor Speedway. Valhalla Sports Talk is here for all the action. Who put Gibbs into the wall? I'm not sure. I think he just lost it, Shelby. I think he just lost it, girl. I'm talking about the pool cleaning device that you can buy off of Temu, but it breaks very quickly. I put Gibbs in the wall, says Jeffrey Portman. 243 in the house, 5,500 views.
On the market. Performance is what Sunoco does. All Sunoco fuel at the pump meets the same top-tier standards as the fuel used in NASCAR. From the track to your tank,
No place for quality. I tried one of those robots one time, the pool robots, and it broke after, I don't know.
Safety starts underneath.
It wasn't long at all, like 3 days. 3 days.
The advantage for Corey
Temu
Heim
is junk
1
moves, says Theo.
seconds over Chase Elliott here in the Würth 400 at Texas Motor Speedway on the Performance Racing.
No, we got it from
Daniel
Amazon.
Suarez runs 3rd. 4th is Brad Keselowski.
We bought it
Ricky
off of the
Stenhouse Jr.
Zon.
is 5th. He's involved with a great battle down the back straightaway. In fact, let's pick that up. Pat Patterson as Chris Buescher looks to the outside.
Yeah, Buescher's out there, and Nemechek is out there. They work their way into turn number 3. Here comes Buescher to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to work his way around.
Chris Buescher now works his way up into the top 5 here at Texas Motor Speedway as he continues his charge toward the front. Behind Stenhouse Jr., you've got John Hunter Nemechek running up in the top 10. Actually, he just got passed by Denny Hamlin. Zane Smith, Tyler Reddick round out the balance of the drivers running in the top 10. I am thoroughly impressed with what Corey Heim is able to do here.
The pace is strong, and he is, despite being on older tires, is able to stay out front. Meanwhile, battle is on for the 3rd position off of turn number 4. Brad Keselowski to the inside. Daniel Suarez has that number 7 Chevrolet pinned to the outside. Andrew, as they head into turn 1.
This has been a battle brewing for a handful of laps. Brad Keselowski down low. Daniel Suarez runs the middle groove.
Never buy anything from Timo again, says Jalapeno.
Himself by Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, he makes that move look easy now. Move him up into that 3rd spot. Suarez back in position. Right behind him, Stenhouse is still trying to track down Buescher. There's Denny Hamlin starting to catch up to this group as well.
Todd Gilliland running slow laps on the racetrack. He was just told by
Reddick
NASCAR
up to
they
9th.
have to pick up the speed or they won't meet the minimum speed. Want to clean up something that we were talking about here.
Reddick up to 9th, chat.
Cycle. We mentioned Corey Heim last pitted on lap number 70. He would likely have to come down to pit road before the end of this stage. But Brett McMillan, we had a handful of other drivers that pitted on lap 94. What would their status be actually?
Well, they feel like they can get to the end of the stage because right as that caution came out, Corey, talking to the crew chief,
About 39
Luke
to go
Lambert
in stage 2, chat.
Carson Hocevar, he said at the time that, look, we're 1 lap short at this point in time, so let's go ahead and come in and pit, because if we're 1 lap short, we think we're in pretty good shape. Well, since then, we had the extended caution because of what happened on pit road during that caution. Then we had the caution again with Ty Gibbs. So they felt like they were in pretty good shape.
It was a nice paint scheme, Shelby.
And they did not pit at that point in time because they felt like the other guys were going to be 4 laps short. So they feel like at this point in time, they're going to go ahead and take their chances to see if they can get to the end of this stage as well. So we'll see how it plays out for them. But the rest of the guys that came in and pitted at that point, they feel like they're in pretty good shape to get to the end of the stage, Brad.
Great intel, Brett. Thank you very much. So Corey Heim, last
You're
pitted
right.
lap 70. He's got to come in. Chase Elliott.
Just a
pitted
big
on
old
94.
money pit.
Chris Buescher pitted on 94. Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick. He talked about Carson
Alibaba
Hocevar,
is where you
handful
go
of
for
cars
quality.
Pitted on lap 84, like Brad Keselowski, Daniel Suarez, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and John Hunter Nemechek. So it might get a little close here when we get to the end of stage 2.
Yeah, a little dicey on that fuel strategy. Corey Heim.
Where's Blaney at?
He's begging for a caution now because if you got one now, Brad, I think just about everybody would want to pit.
Osavar,
just to stay
15th.
on a strong tire strategy. So
Blaney way back there, 23rd.
So that's what Heim is hoping for. But as you pointed out, the pace on that race car is pretty impressive as he's maintained about.
Bubba trying to get into the top. He's in the top 10.
Right now, he's starting to catch a little lap traffic. Chase Elliott, though, has really raced away from the majority of the drivers running inside the top 5. Brad Keselowski runs 3rd. Battle right now down the back straightaway is for 4th. Pat Patterson got a pair of cars side by side.
Watching them work their way into turns 3 and 4. That's Suarez to the outside, Buescher down at the bottom. Then here comes Denny Hamlin. He's got an opportunity to maybe take them both.
Yeah,
Bought a $300 couch on Temu once. My daughter's dolls even look big on it.
Will chase down Daniel Suarez to try and get to the top 5.
Suarez has been on defense for a number of laps from Buescher and now has to do the same with Denny Hamlin. Hamlin on his inside. Suarez, though, is going to fight hard on the outside to maintain the spot.
Yeah, he tries to hang on as best he can, but Hamlin will take that position away. As they work into the corner, he'll back up now to deal with Stenhouse behind him.
Yeah, Suarez pretty ginger into turn number 3. That car just doesn't seem to have
34 to go if you're watching on FS1 here in stage 2. Heim's lead 1.4 over Elliott, 4.6 over Keselowski.
Daniel Suarez is looking for the end of this stage already. Stenhouse runs the middle groove. Suarez runs all the way up the top. Big arrow block from Daniel Suarez. That's going to extend his advantage over Stenhouse.
Yeah, Stenhouse going to have to start all over again after that one. He backs up about 12 car lengths now on Suarez. He'll remount the charge, so to speak.
Stenhouse can't be happy about that one. We have 31 laps to go here in Cheddar stage number 2. Corey Heim continues to lead Chase Elliott and Brad Keselowski, but Chris Buescher's starting to catch the top 3, Andrew.
Yes, he is, and he is right around trying to get around the Chad Vincent machine to close in on Brad Keselowski.
Down here in the corner, you can visibly
You'll never
see
see me again if I fill it with
Yeah, let's take
the
a peek
ball
at that,
pit
Pat,
balls.
because it is down to 1.3 seconds on the previous lap. This time across the stripe, Chase Elliott has carved it down to 1.2 seconds. So, Andrew, the Georgia native, is starting to run down Corey Heim.
Slowly but surely, Chase Elliott is closing in on that bright yellow 67 machine of Corey Heim as they race down the backstretch.
Let's call it about, a good half a corner, if you will, between first and second. Elliott is using the top side of the racetrack to try to make up some of that ground.
Last time by, 1.2 seconds the advantage for Corey Heim. Let's see how much Chase Elliott has whittled into that one as they both cross the stripe with 28 to go. Now 1.5 seconds. Andrew Curlin, they're headed back to you.
It's not that, y'all. I've done the bleach thing too to it, but it's not that. It's that the stuff that's in the pool is so fine right now that it just goes right through the filter. You vacuum, and then after about 2 passes, you start seeing bad shit coming back in the pool through the inlets or the outlets.
Still with the race lead, 28 laps to go, Andrew, here in stage number 2.
And it's clear racetrack for now in front of Corey Heim. Not a whole lot of lap cars to worry about. Call it maybe 20 car lengths between race leader Corey Heim and Chase Elliott in second.
Here's Corey Heim underneath the Big Hoss television, works his way into turns 3 and 4. Number 67 machine now once again off the corner.
Observation here, Nick Yeoman, with Heim having to pit sometime before the end of Cheddar's stage number 2, and Chase Elliott with Sunoco fuel mileage likely not having to do that. No one is on Chase Elliott's back bumper. He is comfortably where he is. If they feel that Heim is going to have to pit anyway,
Got to the 263 in the chat, y'all. Hit that sub. Hit all the buttons.
Potentially the less time he spends on pit road at the end of the stage. And if knowing that the car
Time's lead now almost 2 seconds to Chase Elliott.
You're crunching the numbers, and I would guess Alan Gustafson on the pit box is probably doing the same for Chase Elliott, as he is very comfortable. In fact, he's at the start-finish line now, and that battle for third was just coming off of turn number 4. And we'll pick up that battle because, Andrew, it's between 3 drivers, a pair of teammates, and Denny Hamlin catching them both.
They get around the slow car, Todd Gilliland on the bottom. It's Brad Keselowski trying to hold off Chris Buescher and Denny Hamlin, who have both been working on him the last handful of laps.
Yeah, here we go. Here we got the 6 car going right down the middle of the
Clean out your filter back flush. I don't have a back flush.
Hamlin now peaks on the top side. He'll go right behind
George, I don't have a back flush. What I'm going to do this week, man, what I'm going to do this week is every day I'm going to open it up, clean the filters, vacuum it, put the creepy in there and let it go all day. And then the next day I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to open it, clean the filter, keep creepy running, open it, clean out the filter. 5 days in a row of that.
Bottom of the racetrack, that's where Hamlin's car is most comfortable.
Have you ever rode a horse? I went to cowboy camp when I was a young fella. Yeah, I got new filters today.
Denny Hamlin could tell.
Do they make a filter you can put between the vacuum and the intake? No. Yeah, this pool doesn't have a backwash on it thing like my above ground one did.
He's got a shot here at maybe the second position as a finish up this stage. He works his way midway through 3 and 4 and goes to work on Brad Keselowski.
23 laps to go in stage number 2.
If this doesn't work cleaning the filters every day,
over Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin,
and then just constantly vacuuming it and not worrying about what it looks like.
We work hard to keep our cars looking great on the outside. But
if this doesn't work, then I think I'm going to end up, I'll have to bring somebody in to pump it out.
To disperse carbon buildup in your engine and fuel system.
Vacuum it and dump it with a separate system.
Of your engine, Z-Max Micro Lubricant improves performance, extends engine life, and reduces emissions. Trust the many customers who said, thanks for saving
my dad lives in Marana and has a hot tub. He left it open one day, and an unexpected haboob showed up, and he's still trying to get the finer sand out of it. It says jalapeno Fruit Loops.
You choose the coverage, you choose the price. Because at Freeway, it's all about real people, real choices, and real savings for every driver. No matter where you live,
Sheila in the house.
Your way. And remember, you always win with Freeway.
Sheila in the house. 2.45 is the bogey from Elliott to Heim.
We provide our audience with and insightful.
22 to go in stage 2. Yeah, Byron was around earlier on the track. All right, we're trying to get this audio.
3 days, 3.
America's home for racing.
67 of 85 in stage 2, 147 of 267 in the race, 1 hour, 38 minutes, 4 cautions, 11 lead changes, 24 caution laps. Corey Heim in the 67 is your leader. He's up 3.6 seconds on Chase Elliott, 7.9 over Hamlin. He's running away with it. He is running away with it. The 4th car in that 2-3-X1 race team.
The next 18 laps before the end of this stage.
Chase Elliott is 4 seconds ahead of Denny Hamlin, who's running in 3rd. He literally has no threat around him right now. Hamlin got around Brad Keselowski.
Should have made that Haboob guy shower before he got in your hot tub.
Look at the cars up in the top 5. They've started to stretch themselves just a little bit. We do have 17 laps to go here in Cheddar's stage number 2. We do expect race leader Corey Heim to come in. We've got another car coming in now. As for those cars that pitted on lap 70, Zane Smith is
All right,
the
looks
one
like we
who
have
has
green
opened the
flag pit
window
stops
for us
occurring
here at Texas Motor Speedway for the cars that had come in on lap 70. You have to wonder now, Nick, when Corey Heim is going to have to do the same.
Of course, it's a part-time schedule for Corey Heim. I think, what is it, 12 races, Brad, officially for Heim? And this is the 3rd one that he has run this year. Of course, the Truck Series champion from a year ago, and he has kind of dominated this 2nd stage out front, dealing with a little bit of lap traffic right now. He's got Michael McDowell to his inside, right in front of Chase Briscoe as they dart their way off of turn number 4. But we are expecting Corey Heim to give up that top spot here imminently.
Yeah, Corey Heim sitting there right on the back bumper of Chase Briscoe as Chase Briscoe racing 1 lap down now here, which is just something we couldn't have thought about in the first stage of this race when he drove his way up to the lead.
No, but he did have contact on pit lane with Kyle Larson and hit at the right front of that car as Larson was pulling out of his pit box, so we don't know if maybe some damage.
At least they didn't steal my thumbnail this week.
Take much to affect, especially around these aero-sensitive.
Sammy Boy Smith in the house.
It's surprising Chase Briscoe now a lap down, back in the 29th position.
And the first car 1 lap down. We have 13 laps to go here in stage number 2. The next car to go a lap down, way in front of Corey Heim, but we also expect Corey Heim to pit, which would effectively put
spot
Chase
is that
Briscoe
in the
back
middle
on
of the
lead
track,
lap.
y'all? You see the
Heim
dot in the middle of the
2.6
track?
seconds now in front of Chase Elliott. He's coming through 3 and 4.
Is that Logano?
I don't know, Nick. It doesn't look like he's showing any. No, he is. He is slowing down. Corey Heim now coming to pit road. He will have to give up the lead here.
All right, race leader to pit road.
Chase Elliott is now your new leader. Corey Heim's got to make a long trip down pit road before he gets to you, Brett McMillan.
And he is making that long trip down pit road. He's been very happy with the car. As you guys talked about, no real pressure from anybody else. Crews on the wall waiting his arrival. Michael Jordan's hanging out in Corey Heim's pit today, so maybe that's good luck for him. We'll see. Around to the left side of the car now. No changes so far. Maybe a little air pressure adjustment. When they drop that car, he heads out. 10.4 second stop for Heim.
That pit stop, I'm sure, will get a nod of approval from his airness, Michael Jordan, who's been spending a lot of time in victory lane these days as well, with as good as Tyler Reddick has been running, but looked like a clean stop for Corey Heim.
And so Elliott now the leader, Hamlin 3.6 back.
Chase Elliott is headed down the back straightaway. Corey Heim now blending his way up us high Big Haas TV here at Texas Motor Speedway. But a good stop for Mr. Corey Heim.
Yeah, great stop. And the way all of this is cycled out, Chase Elliott now enjoys a 3.5-second advantage over second-place running Denny Hamlin, who's got the Progressive Toyota colors on his car this weekend. Elliott 6.3 seconds ahead of Brad Keselowski, 6.5 seconds ahead of Chris Buescher. So as we wind down stage number 2 here, we've got 11 to go, Nick.
It is all Chase Elliott at the front of the field right now, navigating his way around Chase Briscoe. So Chase Briscoe got his lap back when Heim pitted, and now, unfortunately, he's going to go a lap down again. Chase Elliott gets him at the line. Your top 10 right now, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Brad Keselowski, Chris Buescher, Daniel Suarez to the top 5. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. having a great day, runs in that 6th position. Your points leader, Tyler Reddick's been lurking all day long.
I was kind of surprised, too, when he got into
in
it.
that 7th position. Riley Herbst runs in 8th. John Hunter Nemechek is 9th. And Kyle Busch, who's qualified in the top 10, has that RCR car running in the 10th position right now.
Pat Patterson headed into 3. A couple of RFK teammates doing battle.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, they are coming through the corner now. Keselowski and Chase Briscoe having a good afternoon. They are as they work their way through.
Blaney in 17th, Theo.
It's been a really competitive day, Andrew. They keep dogging each other.
Brad Keselowski and both Chris Buescher will run the middle groove of the racetrack. Call it about 2 car lengths in closing for Chris Buescher on his teammate Brad Keselowski.
About 2 car lengths back for Buescher. Keselowski right in front in that bright orange car. They work their way into the corner. Down here in 3 and 4, and that battle stays pretty tight.
2 very distinct lines off of turn
Back,
number 4. Brad Keselowski had that car buried to the bottom of the racetrack. His teammate, Chris
B.
Buescher,
Grover says Elliott needs to conserve and try to win the stage.
Oh, Brad Keselowski will go to the middle groove. That's because they have to get around the slow car of Todd Gilliland.
Al Busch moves back into the top 10.
No move made for right now as they get around a lap car.
Down the backstretch they go. Once again, the leader just goes by me. Chase Elliott exiting turn 4. That battle continues between Buescher and Brad Keselowski.
7 laps to go in stage 2. I want to point out, Andrew, Corey Heim is going to try and
come to
unlap himself the
NASCAR?
natural way.
He is. He's got a lot of speed. He's getting around Chase Briscoe, and he is closing in on Chase Elliott. The question is, can he make it to Chase Elliott in 7 laps?
I don't know. He looks pretty fast right now, and you know Elliott is ready to go to the pit road. Here comes Elliott midway through 3 and 4, and here's Heim closing down.
Yeah, last time around, Chase Elliott turned a lap time of 30.1 seconds. As for Corey Heim, he is blitzing his way around.
Turn 2, one car spinning and backing into the wall. It's a cloud of smoke, and it's 2-time champion Kyle Larson who slammed the outside safer barrier at the exit of turn
Larson!
number 2.
That will bring out the caution for the 5th time here at Texas Motor Speedway. Kyle
Fifth
Larson's
caution of
weekend
the
started
race.
Great. A win in the high limit race at the dirt track, a win in the Andes Frozen Custard 300 yesterday, but he will come up short here in the Würth 400. Corey Heim will get his lap back as the free pass.
I remember those days,
Jalapeno. He
Jalapeno.
was the first car 1 lap down. That will also put him on the same.
I remember them days in the
And I have a feeling
Mideast.
Pit road is about to get busy as we have just 6 to go in stage number 2.
What makes Toyota Racing Toyota Racing? It's not just how we drive.
All right, caution lap, obviously.
Wallace drives with
Elliott shows as your leader. 5th caution of the day, Elliott, Hamlin, Keselowski at the time of caution. How many laps are left? We're on 160 of 267. Has anyone ever had Andy's frozen custard? I never have. Every driver on my fantasy team is going to wreck. What's new, says Everett. Isn't he going the wrong? No, there he goes. Larson just bouncing it off the inside wall to get it back to pit road, y'all. $124 degrees. You've never heard of that custard? Me neither. I mean, I've heard of it. I've just never had it. Yeah, I don't even. Custard is a Custard sounds like a weird word to me anyway. It's kind of an ick word.
For the 9, also the 11 of Denny Hamlin, and saying the balance
Kind of an ick word, chat.
Not a whole lot of complaints, Brett McMillan.
All right, Tyler Reddick.
Come on, y'all, hit all the buttons.
Tire change, air pressure jumping. Car's been tight all day long. They're trying to loosen it up.
You want me to keep doing these NASCAR? We got to get better at it.
Followed by Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick, Daniel Suarez, Riley Herbst, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Carson Hocevar, Alex Bowman, and then Kyle Busch. Here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Looks like we're going to have a 2 to 3 lap sprint to the end of stage number 2. We'll come back and bring that to you from Texas Motor Speedway. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
They go to a commercial break. I just banned some dipshit in the comments on the main page. Must be pretty popular if they're sponsoring a race.
When I was out there drinking, I was always looking for the next great party to make me feel all right. With AA, I found a better way of life. And I feel good in my everyday life, even without a drink in my hand.
Visit AA.org for more information.
AA.org. All right, I'm about to move this because I'm going to get comfortable
NASCAR
here.
heads to the Music City for their Cracker Barrel 400 triple header weekend, May 29th through the 31st.
Back at Texas Motor Speedway after a round of pit stops, had a few drivers decide they're going to stay out, including a pair of RFK teammates. Brad
All right, pit road open.
And Ryan Preece. And Brad, we've been watching drivers all day long navigate pit road here at Texas Motor Speedway. A lot of guys grabbing reverse rather than just putting it in first gear and pulling out of their pit boxes.
The pit stalls here are
Al
actually
is totally likable. Why would anyone not want to like him?
They're literally probably about half as long as what we see at your home track of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So anytime you have someone who has to drive around you and pit in front of you, chances are their right rear is going to be sticking out. You're going to have to back up to drive around, and that really has been a theme of the day, Nick.
Yeah, it's been treacherous down on pit lane. A lot of contact. We saw Kyle Larson and Chase Briscoe make
We're almost at the end of the stage, y'all. I don't know if they'll finish it in time.
Involved Joey Logano, who
I'm
ran
thinking
into
no.
a stopped number 41 machine of Cole Custer and destroyed both of their cars. And again, a lot of drivers pulling in and out of their pit boxes, trying to put it in reverse. It has been treacherous down there.
You ready for this? We are actually going to restart stage number 2 with 1 lap to go in the stage.
Oh, my goodness.
This is awesome. This is fantastic.
They're going to
Brad
restart
Keselowski,
this
Ryan
race
Preece,
with 1 to
they
go.
Stayed out. Chase Elliott came into pit. He is running in 3rd right now. Denny Hamlin 4th. 5th is Chris Buescher. Tyler Reddick is 6th. 7th, Daniel Suarez. 8th, Riley Herbst. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 9th. And Carson Hocevar in 10th at the freeway choose.
This is it's going to be wild. You better buckle your seatbelts for this.
Grover says WTF Larson, that sucks.
Let's get a quick update from pit lane and Alan Cavana.
Oh, Ryan Blaney, such a fast car, doing a lot of work, passing a lot of cars. Yet another issue in the pits. This time, the pit crew, a loose left wheel. Blaney had to pit a second time, losing all the track position again.
Blaney, more issues in the pits.
Blaney messed up his first pit stop. Now the pit crew sends him to the back.
This time
again,
it was on them.
He will just continue to pass more cars than anyone else in the circuit here in 2026.
Ryan's got to be thinking, all right, guys, we're even for the day. But it has been a mess. Pat Patterson, what could go right? What could go wrong in a 1-lap shootout that decides a stage win?
A choose line on Fox Sports 1.
What, you kidding me? 1 lap at Texas? You can see anything and everything all in 1
General
lap.
Thor having a nightmare.
Would like to team up with Ryan Preece up here and get away from Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott. I have my second thoughts as to whether or not that's actually going to happen. Crowds on their feet. 1 lap to settle the stage. Here we go.
Here we go to the Echo Park Automotive restart zone. Echo Park Automotive, every car happy owner. Brad Keselowski gets a big jump on teammate Ryan Preece. Keselowski will completely clear him. Preece will tuck in behind. Then it's Chase Elliott and Hamlin side by side.
The wind is picking up, and so is the intensity here at the end.
60 cars got ballpark cranks on board.
Here comes Chase Elliott. He's going to go for the lead on the inside of Brad Keselowski.
Elliott goes right for the lead like they're tied to a stump, tries to make it work. Reddick is right there as well. Elliott trying to grab that lead. Car wiggles just a little bit. Here comes Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott passed those Fords like they were standing still out of turn number 4. He'll charge through the tri-oval and win stage number 2. It's a flurry at the start-finish line. It'll be Chase Elliott first, Tyler Reddick second, Brad Keselowski hangs on for third, Denny Hamlin fourth, Ryan Preece fifth. Rest of your top 10 here at the end of stage 2.
Elliott wins stage 2, Reddick second, Keselowski third.
Hocevar and Alex Bowman at Texas Motor Speedway.
Listen, were you forced into getting a solar contract and now you just don't want it anymore? Maybe the solar...
All right, I'm going to take you through the field, y'all. Find your favorite driver before they come to pit road here. Hocevar 9th, Bowman 10th, Kyle Busch 13th, Byron 12th. Dillich in the top 20. Blaney way back there in 27th, y'all. Ty Gibbs out of the race.
And 1:34.
Blaney spends so much time going backwards in these pits. So far, Andy's to sponsor a NASCAR race is somewhere between $500,000 to $2 million. That's insane. I don't even know what Würth is. I don't even know what that shit is. What is it? Liquid Molly? I don't even know what that is. Elliott is red. God bless America. This is Dennis Fisher. Sure what that means. So 1 hour and 54 minutes into the race. 6 cautions. 15 lead changes.
I don't think he jumped the start, but he definitely went a little early to allow Ryan Preece to slide in behind him. But boy, once they got to turns 3 and 4, they were not holding off Chase Elliott.
Man, that is a great observation. That's
back
exactly
there quite a ways. He's showing in 9th.
And, look, for Brad Keselowski, he gets 3rd place points in the stage. For Ryan Preece, 5th place points in the stage. But they're now going to have to come
my
down
right,
pit
9th
road
on your
because they
screen.
last pitted on lap 84 and 94, respectively. Alan Cavana.
And Brad Keselowski, they worked the stage to get those stage points, the strategy. Now they're coming in for those 4 tires. He was getting a little bit free, he said, but they're going to have to tighten this car up to work it through traffic, so an air pressure adjustment for him. Most importantly, they're going to stay as long as they can to pack it full of fuel. Brad Keselowski still waiting.
You're beating the brakes off the Magic.
He's off.
Heather DeBow.
And Alan Cavana, his teammate, Ryan Preece, on that same schedule. 2 cans of fuel for the 60 there. They were one of the other cars that stayed out. No other complaints on that machine.
All right, thank you very much, Heather and Alan. And Brett McMillan was lonely
Herbst
this time
came
by.
from
He
that
was extra
Stewart
busy
Haas
the last
team.
time by, as we only had just a few cars come down pit road. Chase Briscoe is on there getting some repairs done to that race car. And as we look at this right now, Briscoe is actually the last car being shown on the lead lap. 30 cars so far on the lead lap after 6 cautions today.
Pretty good paint
here
scheme
in the
for
Würth
Keselowski
400.
today, that
Corey
orange
Heim has led the
bodyguard.
most laps at 57. Carson Hocevar led 35. Christopher Bell, he went
Ballpark
back to the garage
French.
after being involved in an
They
incident
plump
where
when you cook
Todd
'em.
Gilliland's car went spinning sideways and barely tagged the right rear quarter panel of Bell, sending him into the wall. Bell is actually going to finish 38th, but he did lead 22 laps today. Hamlin led 19. Chase Elliott has led 13. It's been an off day for Joe Gibbs Racing, by the way, Nick. 3 of their cars having trouble, only 2 of them still on the track.
And again, when we were 15, 20 laps into this race, you and I looked at each other and thought, those Gibbs cars are going to be running 1 through 4 because the pace was just incredible. But you documented the issue for Christopher Bell. It didn't get much better for Ty Gibbs.
Living on a prayer.
Shot into the turn
Take
4
my
and
hand.
just about everything.
We'll
on the
make
right side of
it,
that car.
I
Actually, they might have
swear.
gotten some help after some second views with from Ryan Preece, and then of course
Go
pointed
Elliott's
out,
and Lee
Chase Briscoe
Grover.
came to pit lane and has had his issues. The good news for Joe Gibbs Racing is they still do have one bullet in the chamber, and it's a pretty good one in Denny Hamlin, who has won 3 times here at Texas Motor Speedway.
Yicky day here, y'all. It's kind of windy,
Already
overcast.
has a win on a 1.5-mile track after winning the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Denny Hamlin has
Here
the
comes the
Progressive
hurricane.
Toyota today. Let's give you a leaderboard update sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com.
Time's that Dodger
3 of the
game
top
tomorrow,
4
chat.
in NASCAR Cup Series points right now, running 1, 2, 3. Chase Elliott is your race leader. Tyler Reddick is second. Denny Hamlin is third. Daniel Suarez runs in the 4th position. Chris Buescher
5-10
is 5th. Riley
tomorrow.
Herbst has had a quiet day, but he's
Yamamoto.
right there in the 6th spot. Pole sitter Carson Hocevar is 7th. Alex Bowman is 8th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is 9th. William Byron, who spun
I'm
out
going
of
to go to
turn
the
4
police
earlier in the
station and
race. All of a
report.
sudden, Brad, he's in the top 10.
Give him a
Kyle
report.
Busch has a fast car here today. He spent a lot of
That
time
my
in the
wife
top
is
5.
missing.
He runs 11th. 12th, John Hunter Nemechek. Bubba Wallace in a backup car after wrecking in practice is 13th. Austin Cindric,
Mr.
14th.
Golden Pikes.
15th is Ross Chastain. 16th,
I always
Austin
root for the
Dillon. He had a
underdog. That's
backup
why Tyler
engine put
Reddick
in the
is
car
due for a
yesterday.
win.
Shane Van Gisbergen, 17th. 18th, Connor Zilic. 19th, Noah Gragson. 20th is Stage 1 winner Eric Jones.
A.J. Allmendinger runs in the
I don't know,
21st
Cubes.
position.
I don't know, buddy.
22nd is Ty Dillon. Corey Heim is 23rd after leading 57 laps today. Josh Berry is 24th. 25th is Ryan Blaney. He's had more problems on pit lane. 26th is Ryan Preece. Brad Keselowski is 27th. 28th is Michael McDowell. 29th is Cody Ware. 30th is Chase Briscoe.
Chase Briscoe back on pit road for repairs. He actually got into a pit road incident with Kyle Larson. So back on pit road put Zane Smith at 30th. Chase Briscoe, the last car on the lead lap, in 31st. Todd Gilliland running 6 laps down. He's got problems with his car. He's in 32nd. Kyle Larson off the track. A spin in
Missing
turn
person
number 2.
case.
Chad Fincham runs 34th. Ty Gibbs out of this race. He actually got into the outside safer barrier.
Yeah, I
in
don't know
turn
how it
3 and
happened,
4,
y'all.
and
She
also
got up,
heavy
got that
damage
piece
to
of
the left
pizza
side of
for
the car.
Thor, and the
He'll
love
finish
seat just
35th.
reached
Joey
out,
Logano
grabbed
ran
her ass
into
right
the
back in here.
back of the Andes frozen custard machine of Cole Custer. He'll finish 36 with that damage.
Don't you get smart with me,
Custer is
woman.
off of the track right now, being shown in 37th. And we mentioned Christopher Bell had the incident where he was tagged by a spinning Todd Gilliland. He will finish the Würth 400 in the 38th position.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good day to really shuffle up the points a little bit, Brad. From 30th on back, seeing some big names, as you mentioned. Briscoe, Larson, Gibbs, Logano, Christopher Bell. A lot of drivers with a lot of race wins, a lot of championships in that list, all outside of the top 30, and that has opened it up for some potential.
Wonder
new
what I'm
names
gonna make
to maybe
myself
have a
for
chance
dinner
to pull off
tonight,
an
chat.
upset. Although, as I say that, again, you look at the front of the field, and there are 3 of the best in the business that have had great years so far. Chase Elliott's been to victory lane, got it done at Martinsville. He's your race leader. Tyler Reddick gets mail in victory lane at this point.
Did Valhalla
And, of course,
leave the
Denny
COO
Hamlin
at the
went to
carnival?
victory lane
No.
earlier this year at Las Vegas.
Field is going to the Freeway Insurance.
You know
Choose.
you'll be
More
the
ways
first
to
person
choose,
they
more ways
expect
to
if
save.
you
freeway.
issue a missing
your way.
persons
They
thing?
are lined up 2 by 2 behind the pace car. We're going to restart the final stage.
Here we
of
go,
the Würth
final
400
stage, y'all.
With 95 laps to go. They will have to make a pit stop at some point. We talked about our Sunoco fuel window. Somewhere between 70 and 75 laps, depending on how your car's running. Might depend on when you choose to pit.
Also tell you to wait 48 hours. She might be out partying or something.
And depending on where the cautions
Chicken
fall,
fried steak for dinner, Chris?
Well.
Yeah, we got a long green flag run at the beginning of the race, and everybody decided, all right, we're going to split up that 80-lap stage. Since that first stage, though, we have had plenty of yellow flags, 6 of them.
Val is pretty
Matt
helpless in the
Patterson,
kitchen.
The
Did you
flag
see how
from
quick
yellow
I
to
whipped up
green
that
here at
pizza?
Texas Motor Speedway.
Yes, we are. Everybody's ready
And
to
that
go.
leftover
See how that
hamburger?
one's gonna play out. The Chevrolet Corvette pace car
Shit.
pulling the field around. Chase Elliott up here with Tyler Reddick. Denny Hamlin in the mix with Suarez. And you've got Riley Herbst up here beside Chris Buescher. Everybody's on their feet. Let's get it going again here at Texas.
Time to hit the Echo Park Automotive restart zone. We will start stage number 3
Man, I whipped
here
up
at Texas
pizza
Motor
and a
Speedway.
burger
Chase
in
Elliott, the leader.
less than 5
nice
minutes.
Push from Denny Hamlin, but Elliott will go door to door.
Circle
with
K
Reddick
has the
into
best
one.
Sunday
Reddick
dinners.
works hard on the outside. Chase Elliott on the
53
inside. The front
spotty
two will
showers
break
here in
away.
East Central
But it's
Indiana.
Tyler Reddick on the outside,
Low
trying
of
to take the
34.
lead in this race.
2 by 2. That's the way they race down
Take
the
the
back stretch
COO
on
out to
Big
eat.
Hoss TV. They stay locked together up front. Elliott on the bottom, Tyler Reddick to the outside. Now Elliott.
Yeah, I don't know. That could have been
Boy,
what screwed it up
Chase's
for
car
him,
just
huh?
Carved through turns 3 and 4 really nicely. He will
That could have
clear
been what
Tyler
screwed it
Reddick,
up for
take
him.
the
But
race
he's
lead.
back
Then it's
up
Denny
to
Hamlin,
7th.
Daniel Suarez, Riley Herbst, the top 5.
And it's going to be somewhat of a breakaway now for Chase Elliott, who opens that lead to about a car length or 2. Denny Hamlin is going to take a peek at the inside of Tyler
Cloudy in
Reddick
Southern
for
Cal.
the second position.
Hamlin in that 3rd spot. Then there's Suarez, Buescher. There's Herbst alongside the 77 of Hocevar. Single foul, bottom of the racetrack.
Chase Elliott not pulling away from Tyler Reddick. In fact, Reddick running in second. Might want to
Good
check
old
his
Reddick
rear
up
view.
there, y'all.
Denny Hamlin
Damn.
in that progressive Toyota seems like he's a man on the move.
Brad, you're exactly right. Tyler Reddick should be more worried about Denny Hamlin than he is about catching Chase Elliott. Denny Hamlin works the bottom of the racetrack.
Look at those sad little bubbles right there, y'all. The
Chase
Logano
Elliott with about a 6-car advantage
and the 5
now.
car.
Pulls that car down to the bottom of the racetrack in 3 and 4. Tyler Reddick right in his footsteps. And there goes Denny
Little sad
Hamlin
little
and
bubble.
Suarez.
Carson Hocevar just slipped up off of turn number 2. That opened the door for Alex
Chill times
Bowman.
is Kelly
Haven't talked
Joe.
about Bowman much, but he's starting to charge Andrew.
Val
trying to
does
catch
have boss
Riley Herbst
microwave
and grab that
skills.
6th spot.
Alex Bowman in need of a good points day.
A
Riley
ribeye
Herbst runs the
from your
middle.
herd.
Bowman down low.
You got a
trying to
herd?
Advance his position on Riley Herbst. He's going to get to his quarter panel.
Bowman now makes the move down to towards the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take that spot.
Colorado
away
was
from Riley Herbst
expecting
in
a
that red
blizzard
and white
today.
car today. They stay locked together, side by side.
Alex Bowman,
Elliott,
crew chief
Reddick,
Blake
Hamlin,
Harris
your top
from
3.
Pearl, Texas, just south of Fort Worth, and he's watching his car try to drive to the front. Bowman still trying to take away 6 from Herbst.
It's a good run for both of these guys, and I think that's why neither one wants to relent the position. But if they don't sort it out,
We need
Carson
Colorado to
Hocevar,
get
who's
some
right
snow.
behind
We
them,
need
is
it
gonna
bad.
have something to say about it. Bowman, though, slides in front of Herbst now.
Yeah, there's Hocevar stalking this group. Right behind him is the 421 car. Up front, though, Elliott now off the corner.
Starting to open it up, too. About 5 car lengths over Tyler Reddick, and Reddick has found some much-needed breathing room from his car owner, Denny Hamlin, in 3rd.
There's certainly safe space for Tyler Reddick. He has broken away from 3rd place Denny Hamlin, who has a little bit of pressure from Daniel Suarez, about 5 car lengths behind him.
Behind him, once again, there is Buescher, Bowman, Herbst, and the 77 of Hocevar. That's the way we race into the corner.
Just
Fire up the
outside
grill,
of the
says
top 10,
Newfo.
I'm watching a fight to get into it. Ross Chastain's in 11th right now. Kyle Busch tried to pass him. Right behind them, however, we've got a couple more cars running side by side as Bubba Wallace just drove around John Hunter Nemechek.
It's a solid run for Bubba Wallace.
I own land and have freezers full of beef. Hook me up, Dennis. Hook me up, brother.
But looking in front of them, Ross Chastain continues to try to hold off Kyle Busch.
Bubba Wallace is trying to work his way up now to battle with Kyle Busch, who's up in front.
My
of
microwave
him.
and crock pot
Battle
make
once
me
again.
look like I know what I'm doing. This is Marky
Yeah,
Dude.
this is all happening just outside of the top 10. Kyle Busch got a good run off of turn number 4, trying to wrestle that 11th spot away from Ross Chastain. Chastain, though, is trying to set up Stenhouse in 1.
And he's going to set him up very nicely. Ross Chastain down to the bottom of the racetrack. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the middle. They're going to be side by side down the back straightaway.
Yep, they stay that way underneath the Big Hoss TV, working their way
Freezing
down
wherever
to
it
turn
is.
number 3. Chastain at the bottom of the racetrack, right on the white line. Stenhouse lets his car drift up just a bit.
Now Ross
Be hilarious
Chastain
if
will
Reddick
race
wrecked
his
his
way
boss
into
on the
top
last
10.
lap.
Stenhouse brushed the outside safety barrier coming off of turn number 4. That allowed Kyle Busch to get around him as well.
And Stenhouse is going to be under fire from Bubba Wallace as he continues to lose that momentum from having to step off the gas in turn number 4. Bubba Wallace working the outside, trying to get around Stenhouse.
Watching that battle. Also watching there up there the front. Once again, it looks like Reddick's beginning to close in on the leader.
He is inching forward. There is no doubt. We continue to watch those Stenhouse. Looks like he is free falling through the field. Now Bubba Wallace slices to the inside. They'll be side by side at the start-finish line. That is the battle for the 12th position. Give it to Bubba Wallace for now into 1.
Yes, but they're still side by side. Bubba Wallace on the low end of the racetrack. Ricky
Elliot's
Stenhouse
lead
Jr.
still over a half second over Reddick. 1.6 to Hamlin.
Everybody wants that spot. Those two guys are battling hard right now into the corner. Bubba Wallace gets a nose out in front. Stenhouse will get a little bit of help off the hill.
A little further up front, Alex Bowman now trying to race his way into the top 5, chasing down Chris Buescher.
He is about 4 or 5 car lengths behind Chris Buescher. Bowman running the middle groove of the racetrack. He's been doing that the last couple of times and seems to be finding speed that way.
Call it about 6 car lengths separate Buescher from Bowman now into turn number 3. Bottom of the racetrack they go. It's a long way back now to Riley. Herbst behind them.
It is still Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Daniel Suarez, Chris Buescher, the top 5. Let's get an update from our Napa Auto Parts pit reporter, Alan Cavana.
Well, Alex Bowman having another good run trying to get in the top 5 here after the best finish of the season last week. He is backing it up and doing it once again. He started 9th today, but look, this track statistically, it's his worst track at 1.5 miles. An average finish here, 25.4 place, and right now he's trying to get into the top 5.
SVG.
It's been an up and down race.
Let me go through the
There was
field.
some chirping on the radio earlier between his crew chief and the spotter about lane choice because Alex kept losing spots.
16th,
on the restart.
16th.
At one point he lost 10 spots off a restart, but they have fixed that issue, and he is only moving
My only
forward,
chance at a
trying to
hot
get in the
dinner
top
is the
5.
wife. Otherwise,
Kevin
I just
Hamlin,
make some
the
hot
veteran spotter for
some
Alex
cereal.
Bowman, Blake Harris,
The
the
Theo.
Texan, the crew chief for that number 48. Bowman still trying to get into the top 5. We have 83
And it's a
laps to go
$10
here in the
Valhalla.
final stage of the Würth 400.
Hey, I appreciate it, buddy.
This is Kyle
Thank you,
Petty,
Dennis.
Echo Park Automotive, and I'm here to tell you why you should shop Echo Park before you buy a car, truck, or SUV. Over half of inventory at Echo Park is priced below $25,000.
Know if there's a dude
Car
wipes
for
one
car,
today.
Truck for truck. Echo Park Automotive's pricing is $3,000 less than
We
the
don't put our
competition.
shovels
Maybe
away
that's
until
why
June
Echo Park
1st,
has
says
over
Shelby.
100,000 5-star reviews. Echo Park Automotive is built to make sure you drive away happy. It's even in
All right,
their name.
Elliott out
Echo
front.
Park
Fox
Automotive.
Sports goes
Every
to
car, happy
commercial,
owner.
as
The official
is
used car retailer of
this
Speedway
shit here. But Elliott, Reddick, Hamlin, your top 3. We're on lap 21 of 102. In stage 3, 186 of 267 in the race. 2 hours, 9 minutes into it, 6 cautions, 15 lead changes. The Würth 400 from Texas Motor Speedway. Yeah, I'm sure they don't want him to win again.
Chastain continues to move through the field. He just took away the 9th spot from William Byron. Kyle Busch also got around Byron, move him into the top 10. Chase Elliott continues to lead the Würth 400 with 80 to go from Fort Worth, Texas. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
Denny Hamlin on the importance of sponsors.
Music. Wendy's commercial.
Hi, I'm David Stiles.
Boom, 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 boom. Blaney 17th. Keselowski 22nd. Corey Heim way back there as well. They moved from the south to the North Carolina.
Live coverage of the NASCAR Cup Series.
There are 77 laps to go in the Würth 400 here at Texas Motor Speedway. Chase Elliott has had the lead really since we have started stage number 3. The question, though, Pat Patterson, is how long is Chase Elliott going to keep the lead? Because the points leader is starting to run him down.
Deal on Dude
he
Whites.
certainly is. Elliott is only about 5, maybe 6 car lengths at best over Tyler Reddick as they exit.
So what place are the
Boy,
Dodgers
you
in
can
now
tell
after
Chase
winning
Elliott's
today?
trying to run as well. He just set the Xfinity fastest lap so far in the race, but now
They still lead San Diego by 1 game.
Tyler Reddick has been hacking away in large chunks at Chase Elliott's lead, and it's down to 3 car lengths. Both of them run the middle groove of the racetrack. Tyler Reddick chasing the lead once again.
Right you are, Andrew. I don't think it's a matter of a win. It's just a matter, or excuse me, if it's just a matter of win now. Reddick, with a better car down at the bottom of the race, gets a great entry into turn number 3.
Chase Elliott's moved up the racetrack, running about a groove, maybe 2 grooves off the
There you
bottom.
go, Dennis.
Tyler
There you
Reddick's
go.
been married to the middle of the racetrack, and it's
Get your
continuing
Harley
to work.
on.
It's still about 3 car lengths back into 1.
Defense can only hold you off
Far
for
north
so
as I'm
long
going,
as
it's too
Chase
cold
Elliott
up there,
has
says
found
Tim.
the fast groove that Tyler Reddick is running and trying to run in that groove. So far, it's working for Chase Elliott.
And Chase Elliott knows the aero balance of
I
his
don't
car
know.
so well, too. He knows how to aero block with the best of them right now.
I'm just
He's
looking
not
at the
having to do
division
that. Reddick
standings.
not quite close enough.
Want to document that the Andes
They've lost
Frozen
4 in a
Custard
row,
machine is
as
back
have
on
the
racetrack. Cole
Diamondbacks.
Custer had heavy damage to the right
Rockies
rear of
have
that
lost
car
3 in a
after
row,
Joey
and
Logano ran into
Giants
on
have
pit
lost
road.
6 in a
Custer
row.
right now being shown 36. He's got the opportunity, at least currently, Nick.
Hey,
to
maybe the
gain about
Dodgers
4
are
or 5
dragging the
more
brake,
spots in
y'all.
this
Maybe
race.
they're
That can even change
dragging the
depending on what
brake.
caution flags look like.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by frozen custard. I'm hungry right now. Let's go to pit lane and Heather DeBoe.
Well, Nick, I would recommend getting the cookie dough frozen custard if you
We
do
always
get a
use
chance
butter,
today, but I wanted to update on our leader.
We use
of
butter,
Chase
but I've
Elliott.
heard that
He's
you should
quiet
use
on the
mayo.
radio right now. No comments from him currently, but when I did hear him last, he did say he's got 2 problems. He's been free.
Might
but
be
the
what I
second
have for
problem is
dinner
that he would
tonight,
like
y'all.
to be able to have the ability
Grilled
to
cheese.
control his build better. So those are the complaints, the most recent ones I would say from Chase Elliott. But so far after that, nothing on the radio from him at this point.
He's done a nice job, though, Brad. I mean, that gap that he had over Tyler Reddick was down to 2 or 3 car lengths as they roar out of turn number 4. It's built back up to 7 or 8, and at the start-finish line, it went from 0.6 of a second.
No, ever.
And
It looks like it.
Build up to about 7. Now 0.8 of a second. So Chase Elliott's searching around, as Heather talked about, and he might have found something.
You know, a lot of times we see someone manage a lead, but typically they'll drive out to about a 2-second lead. If Chase Elliott is managing the lead, boy, he's doing it right there on the razor's edge by keeping it under a second.
And he managed a gap in stage number 2 as well when he knew that Corey Heim, who was way out in front of him,
I was thinking
had to
grilled
pit at some
pepperoni and
point.
cheese.
Chase kind of backed it down and took care of his stuff. So it's been a conservative, safe approach for Chase Elliott. He's got himself in a position here to win at Texas Motor Speedway.
We have 70 laps to go here in the Würth 400, and we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
Yeah. Only 2 to go.
Motor Speedway, and we have a battle for the 5th spot. Alex Bowman taking a look to the inside of Daniel Suarez.
Bowman has been working on Suarez for a while now, and they are finally side by side to Alex Bowman's liking, but Daniel Suarez is putting up a strong fight.
Suarez gets off the corner a little bit better than
Put every
Bowman
cheese
right
you
now.
got on
Bowman
it.
will go to work right behind him once again. Both those cars down at the very bottom of the racetrack.
One thing we've
Silk
seen,
Van
the Spire
tuning in
cars
from
have not
London,
been good
Ontario,
on the longer
Canada.
run here at Texas Motor Speedway. Bowman's going to have to
Hey,
back
thank you,
off
Terry.
his fight. In fact, now he sees Riley Herbst in his rear view.
Bowman's going to have to recollect himself.
I wouldn't
as
even
he
show
enters
my
into
grilled
turn
cheese
number
a jar
1.
of
They were side by
mayonnaise,
side
says
a moment
Marky
ago,
Dude.
and now he has to worry about Riley Herbst. He's about a car length behind Suarez, 3 car lengths behind Herbst.
Now,
I don't
Herbst's
know.
having a good
Never done it.
afternoon now. The 3 of those cars
I don't know, but I've heard you're
racing hard
supposed to
with each
should
other
do
in
that
the
on your
turns 3 and
your
4.
grilled
Suarez out
cheeses.
front, 3 car lengths
Instead of
back to
butter,
Bowman,
use mayo.
5 back to Herbst.
It's a potential career day for Riley Herbst. He has never run as high as 7th or finished that high in a NASCAR Cup Series race. He continues to watch Bowman try to track down Suarez.
It certainly is an impressive run for Riley Herbst. They're going to run into the slow car of Todd Gilliland again. And so both drivers will go to the high side. Alex Bowman, though, 1 car length behind Suarez.
Bowman
Dennis, born and raised on a farm. Cows, pigs, chickens. Oh my.
racetrack. Tries to
Order a
paint the
large
line
pizza
down at
from
the
Circle
bottom,
K
but
and
Suarez
have it
holding
delivered.
off
This
up
is Nufo.
Chase Elliott continues to lead the Worth 400 with 67 laps to go. Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Chris Buescher, Daniel Suarez.
I was telling y'all
your
that
top
Pizza
five. We're
Hut
hearing
box
that we
for
are getting
20. That's
close
a
to
deal,
green
I
flag
think.
pit stops.
2
We'll have
medium
that action
singles,
when we come back to Fort
some
Worth.
breadsticks, and some
As
wings.
the race heats up, let's take a listen to Denny Hamlin's progressive number 11 car team.
I think that's a good little deal. Used mayo while grilling meat. What's up, Andrew? Andrew just got back from getting his swole on at the gym.
Small. The short?
67 to go, y'all. About what time did we come from outside to in here? What time was that, CO? No, you know. You know. What time did we leave the back porch this morning and come inside the house? 7:30? Huh? Let's say 8. Let's say 8. We'll be kind. 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That's 7 hours. Gonna try the mayo. I'm probably not supposed to say that on stream, right? Let me find this radio, y'all.
But it has been really good. We heard.
They're in a commercial. Let's just be honest. It's been 8 hours, baby. 8 hours.
Charity ride.
Catch the action of NASCAR All-Star Weekend, May 15th through 17th at the Monster Mine. Go to
I don't even think you've gone to the restroom.
Elliott continues to lead the Worth 400 with 62 laps to go, and we're starting to see a lot of pit crew members.
The old lady puts mayonnaise and butter on grilled cheese.
Heather DeBoe and Alan Cabana are doing their calisthenics down there as well as we are getting set for green flag pit stops. Our pit reporters, sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. Safety starts underneath. Napa has the undercar solutions you need to stop issues, go further with repairs, and grow your shop. Keep
Schultz.
undercar under control.
I know
at Napa.
not, Dean.
And that trio's done a great job today. Alan Cabano's been running back and forth between the infield care center. They've been calling accidents and certainly a lot of strategy and pit stops throughout the day. And it looks like we're starting to see some takers, although these are not necessarily contenders. Looks like Michael McDowell's going to pit. Todd Gilliland, who has had a rough day as well, will come down pit lane. But, Brad, as we talked about, that window is open, and now
Intermittent
we wait.
fasting is good for you, Val, says DG.
Inside the top 10 to say it is time
Balmy
to come to pit
32
lane.
degrees.
Looks like Ricky Stenhouse is going to give up the 14th
Where
position.
Terry's at.
He'll duck onto pit lane here at Texas.
Yeah, Ricky Stenhouse was running up in the top 5 earlier. He actually
Elliott's
tagged the
lead
outside
over Reddick is
second barrier, just in the
1.4.
slightest way, but he'll bring that car to the attention of crew chief Mike Kelly and that entire crew. Chase Elliott enjoying a 1.4-second lead over Tyler Reddick. Denny Hamlin still in third. Chris Buescher, Daniel Suarez round out the top 5. In fact, Bowman had to sort of back off the assault of Daniel Suarez because Riley Herbst was right behind Bowman, and if you cannot complete a pass, you're going to end up backing up. You do not want to back up to the front bumper of the car behind you.
Yeah, those three have really been married together over the last 10, 15, 20 laps, not able to make a move on each other, and right now just trying to log laps and keep that clean air on the nose of those race cars. Bowman takes a look to the inside of Suarez off of turn number 4, but again, still needs to find about 3 or 4 car lengths to make that pass, so they continue to settle in. Suarez in 5th, Bowman in 6th, and then again, Riley Herbst having a phenomenal day right now in that 7th spot.
We have 28 cars still on the lead lap here. Zane Smith is the final car on the lead lap. Ty Dillon, A.J. Allmendinger, Chase Briscoe just in front of him. A quick point
just eat a Circle K meat stick,
This is
Valhalla.
as they run with 58 laps to go. Joey Logano out of this race early today. He'll finish 37th. Right now, that shows him 17th in the standings, out of chase contention, -5 to Chase Briscoe. As pit road is open, the
Bush is your
Ross
uncle,
Chastain
Heidi?
takes that Kubota Chevrolet to the attention of Heather DeBow.
Yeah, and he's saying to his team he's tight in 3 and 4 and just building looser in 1 and 2. So they're going to make some adjustments for the 1. They're also going to wait on fuel. Also in William Byron, he said he can't roll speed into 3. The team going to work 4 Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel.
Thank you very much, Heather DeBow.
She golfed today,
Bowman
Scoop.
slows down the Ally Chevrolet. He's coming to you, Alan Cabana.
Bowman, the best he's run all day, but couldn't quite crack the top 5. They want him to be able to turn better and run the high lane in turns 3 and 4, so they're going to make an adjustment for the 48 cars. They go around to the left side. Looks like a clean stop for Bowman, Heather DeBow.
And Kyle Busch was way better that run. He said it's really good. He just wants a little bit more to fire off, so they're going to do a right rear air pressure adjustment, 4 Goodyear tires, and Sunoco fuel. Brett McMillan.
Austin Cindric is coming into a pit stop, and his crew is already around to the right side. Car's been just a little bit tight. They got it on the right side. Everything's going smooth. Left side tire is off. New left side tire is on. Full of Sunoco fuel, and he peels out.
Got a couple more cars coming down pit lane, including Connor Zilich, Ryan Preece. Hard on the brakes, also Ty Dillon, Zane Smith. And Brad, we've already had one popped for speeding on pit lane.
And that is the number 1 of Ross Chastain. He'll have to come back again to do a pass-through. Heather DeBow, Ryan Preece is in front of you.
Yes, he is, and the team working on that right side with those Goodyear tires, moving their way around to the left and filling it up with Sunoco fuel. Also just heard a speeding penalty for Ross Chastain.
All right, thank you very much for that. As you mentioned, Connor Zilich came in. We've got Shane Van Gisbergen coming onto pit road. Ross Chastain serving that penalty. Raced his way up into the top 10, Nick, and he actually raced his way up fairly high in the standings. He was just a couple away from potentially being in chase contention, and now he's going to drop. He's going to have to try and make up some ground here, and truthfully hope
falling asleep
for
in his chair, Chad,
so he can get himself back on the lead lap.
I'm not
Chris
lying.
Buescher is in right now. Brett McMillan.
And Chris Buescher said the car is slightly tight. The Texan would love to get himself a cowboy hat. He's done everything else here at Texas Motor Speedway except win on the oval. They're right to the left side. Everything going smoothly in his stop so
with
far.
$24 more than I left with this morning.
9.3 seconds.
There you go, Scoop.
As he finished it up, Heather DeBow.
And Chase Elliott comes into his pit box here. He told his crew chief, Alan Gustafson, this is the best this car has been the entire run. The team is going to go ahead and do 4 Goodyear tires and wait on that Sunoco fuel. Brett McMillan.
Our points leader has come to a stop. Tyler Reddick, he's already finished up. They're around to the left side of the car. He's been tight throughout. He now finishes on the left side. That car is down and away. A 9.5 second stop. Daniel Suarez also in. He wanted a little better entry into turn 1. They're giving him an air pressure adjustment, and he's back down. Heather DeBow.
Monster.
Also in his Denny Hamlin, he told his team he's a little tight so far this run, so they're going to loosen him up just a touch for that 11 machine.
All right, thank you very much, Brett.
Listen,
Heather
hater.
Allen, our Napa Auto Parts pit reporters. Riley Herbst will cycle to the lead. He'll still have to come in and make his pit stop.
All right,
Carson
Elliott
Hocevar has yet to
and
pit,
what's
as
his
does
face?
Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney, Corey Heim, Brad Keselowski, just a handful of drivers we're still waiting to see.
Reddick on pit road.
Riley Herbst gives up the lead. He comes down now. Gotta give him a lot of credit. He's been running well within the top 10 here this afternoon, Nick.
Yep.
Val without a nap is a sleepy dude.
Routine service for him on the right side.
Kind of one of those
Wallace
days.
is coming in as well, Alan Cabana.
Yeah, 2:23.11 cars. Riley Herbst having a great day on pit road, and Bubba Wallace, his pit crew has been lightning fast today. They need another good one trying to launch ball into the top 10 after starting at the rear of this
Y'all
field.
drink till
Bubba
8
Wallace
a.m.?
off pit
No.
road.
Thank you very much for that.
No, we
Alan
left the
Cabana.
carnival. We were
Carson
home by.
Hocevar, our pole winner, cycles back
Time
to
we
the
get home?
lead,
10?
being chased by teammate
11
Daniel
o'clock.
Suarez, who Suarez
We
actually
closed
has
down
been
the
running
carnival,
very
y'all.
well in
They
the
told
top
us we
5
had
here
to
today.
leave.
Carson Hocevar yet to come.
They told us we had to go.
We're waiting on 5 cars right now. Race leader Carson Hocevar, Ryan Blaney, who has had an adventure on pit lane, Corey Heim, who has led 59 laps today, Brad Keselowski, who's been on an alternate strategy, and Chase Briscoe, who's got a damaged race car.
He said, you don't got to go home, but you get to get the hell out of here.
So assuming nothing happens and all those stops are routine, the lead will go back to Chase Elliott, but we will wait for those final 5 to pit here with 48 laps to go.
Chase Elliott right now tracking 2.5 seconds ahead of Tyler Reddick. So Reddick's going to have to make up some ground here on him, as you pointed out, Nick Yeoman. And yeah, really, they basically come back out
Mayo
in the
snob.
way they came in through these green flag cycles once everything cycles through.
Kelly in the house.
Carson Hocevar hasn't come into pit. He last pitted on lap 161. We're now at lap 219, so that's 58 laps ago. He could almost go another 10, 15 laps.
Hey, Hocevar's leading, Carmen.
Again, it has been a phenomenal last 7 days for Carson Hocevar. Talladega Superspeedway last weekend got his very first career NASCAR Cup Series win. And what did he do as an encore? Showed up to Texas Motor Speedway, went to victory lane, winning the Truck Series race, and then won the pole. He continues to lead. One of those drivers did come to pit lane, Brad. We see Brad Keselowski getting some routine service at Texas Motor Speedway as well.
Brad Keselowski has had an up and down day. The first run of this race, he was running back in 31st, about to go a lap down. Then he was actually
Hocevar got his hand out the window on Fox Sports 1.
From RFK today,
coming to the pit road.
Chris Buescher, and Chris Buescher effectively.
What's up, Captain Goody?
Right now, but once the pit cycle finishes,
8 of them.
Yeah,
Shelby,
nice
8 beers.
Third and has been up front all day long. Maybe he hasn't had the pace.
I had 8 of them.
Toyota, certainly of Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick.
$6 a pop.
Meanwhile, your race leader and your newest winner in NASCAR Cup Series competition has slammed on the brakes. That is Carson Hocevar. He is going to bring that 77 machine for Spire Motorsports to pit lane.
Now you're powering down. We're getting old.
In front of Brett McMillan.
This is S-Baller 8. Getting. I'm there, bro.
He feels like he's getting a lot of respect in the garage area now because that win had been coming, and it's huge for this organization. They've been telling the organization they've been getting better. Now people at Spire understand that they have been. It's an 8.9 second stop for him. 4 tires, no changes as he pulls back out.
So Carson Hocevar will rejoin the action. Been a good day for not only him, but Daniel Suarez, who's been kind of up and down. It's been a roller coaster day for Daniel Suarez, but finds himself right now running in the 9th position. Brad is still wait for the new race leader, Ryan Blaney, to pit, along with Corey Heim and Chase.
Yeah, I did, Scoop.
Ryan
I
Blaney
did.
Might be a little sketchy on whether or not he wants to come to pit road. First round
They were
of pit
little
stops,
ones.
He said himself he was the one
I don't know
that
how
made
many
the
ounces.
mistake.
I bet
Second round
you
of pit stop,
less than a
had
can.
a loose wheel, and that was on the crew members for Ryan Blaney. But right now, he is leading this race. He last pitted on lap
Plus tip,
162.
Theo. Plus
We're at
tip.
lap 224 right now, so that has been 62 laps since Blaney has been in. He's going to be getting very,
We're out in the
very
boat
close to
fishing.
that
It's very
Sunoco
quiet.
window,
It's Captain
but
Goody.
With 43 to go in this race, look, if you're not going to win the race by straight up beating the fastest car on the track, you have to do something different. And right now for Blaney, Heim, Chase Briscoe, them doing something different is staying out as long as they can.
I was
At some
double
point,
fisted.
Jonathan Hassler, his crew chief,
Double
was gonna
fisted.
the radio and said, "All right, Ryan, it's time to come to pit lane." And I think Ryan's going to say, "Do I have to?" Because nothing has gone right in 2026 on pit lane for him. But hey, if you're going to get one right, it might as well be the last one. So we'll see what Ryan Blaney can do as he continues to lead down the back straightaway.
Yeah, for sure. Chase Elliott still enjoys about a 2
Lap
second
60
advantage
of
over Tyler
102,
Reddick,
225 of
but
267.
they're the top cars among the ones who have already come down and had their green flag pit cycle here in the final stage of the Würth 400 at Texas Motor Speedway. We've
Hey,
got
I appreciate it.
41 laps to go now in this race here, and man, it's starting to get
Appreciate
dicey.
it, man.
I'm watching Cole Custer. He had some damage. He made minimum speed.
43
not
to
as fast
go.
out there, but the closing rate on him was pretty big there coming off 4.
Well, here's an important moment for Chase Elliott. He is stuck in lap traffic. In fact, Andrew, it got really tight there.
Nicole checks in, says, who will win?
Chase Elliott, he had to split Custer and Allmendinger 3 wide down the middle, but carnage avoided for Chase Elliott. He's through those lap cars.
Now he's going to have to worry about Noah
What about the
Gragson,
Popo?
which is right in front of him, and Zane Smith off the corner.
Let's go to Alan Cavanna.
And Ryan Blaney using this long pit strategy hopefully helps them on the back end.
Hey, look who's in first, Theo.
He told the team, I can't drive this any faster. He's trying to
Look who's in first.
Ryan Blaney on and off pit road with an adjustment.
Ryan Blaney gives up the lead. That gives it to Corey Heim. Chase Briscoe running second. Both of those.
Oh, they won today.
Will have to
Scoop,
make
they won
trip down
today.
Pit road. Then Chase Elliott will take the lead over Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin.
I was always told to
laps
watch
to
out
go
for an
here
Army
in
guy
the
that can
Würth
drink.
400.
Whether your engine runs daily or only when you need it, Z-Max Micro Lubricant is the force.
We broke
you
down
need.
on the way
It's
out. Oh,
a
no.
buildup that can damage your engine.
Oh, no.
The
All right, let me turn this shit off. 256 in the house. We're trying to get to 8,000 views. I think we picked up like 10 new subs today. But I'll be live for Dodgers baseball tomorrow night, y'all. Dodgers Astros game 1. I looked at the schedule for this week, y'all, and it looks like the Lakers only play on Thursday when the Dodgers are off that I can do. So it'll probably just be Thursday for a weird Laker stream if I don't just take it off. A brief woo! Where the hell did Hocevar go? I'm scrolling down to find him.
Bets as we help you grow your bankroll by betting on NASCAR
Guelph.
Top 3 Series. Find us wherever you listen to major podcasts
Guelph.
and on the Performance Racing Network YouTube page.
We work hard to keep our cars looking great on the outside.
Dagnabbit.
Engine components need our attention too. That's where you can trust Z-Max Micro Lubricant to disperse carbon buildup in your engine and fuel system. Keep your car or truck running at.
Let's beat the Trastros. Do you bet on sports, says Nicole? Not really.
For the Cracker Barrel for
Here at Texas Motor Speedway, Corey Heim is your race leader. Chase Briscoe is second. They both need to pit and hand the lead back over to Chase Elliott. It will eventually be for the second position. Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin off of turn number 4. They're separated by about 4
Looks
or 5
like at
car
some
lengths,
point
but
it's going to be
Andrew Kerr
Elliott,
moments ago,
Reddick,
it
and
was less than
Hamlin.
that.
Yes, it was. Tyler Reddick was negotiating.
Busch
some
back in the
positions
top
with
10.
Cars, and Denny Hamlin pulled right up to his bumper. Now with a little less lap traffic in front of him, he's opened that gap back up on Denny Hamlin to about 3 car lengths.
Yeah, that's what it'll stay right into turn number 3 here. Hamlin goes to the bottom of the racetrack with his car. Reddick stays up high.
And as they come off the turn 4 right now, we're going to have 33 laps to go here in the Würth 400 at Texas Motor Speedway. Corey Heim, Chase Briscoe still remain out. Chase Elliott, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, the rest of your top 5 here as the field makes their way through and around the track. And Pat Patterson, the leader, is headed your way.
Yeah, watching Corey Heim do a really good job here this afternoon, playing the only strategy available to them. Ride around here as long as you can. That's what he's doing off turn 4.
Chase Elliott may not have to even wait for these guys to pit because he is catching both of them naturally. In fact, down the front straightaway, Chase Elliott has the sights set on Chase Briscoe into turn 1.
Amanda.
I could take a picture and I could see Corey Heim and Chase Elliott in the same frame. That's
Maybe. I don't know, Craig. I got to decide what I'm going to do on this NASCAR stuff.
Yet, and that's Corey Heim.
Yeah, Heim just now entering into turn 3. Elliott just under the big TV now into turn 3. And they can clearly see each other. I think what Andrew was trying to say. Here's the leader off 4.
Corey Heim and Chase Briscoe will bypass pit road, but Chase Briscoe is about to lose that second spot. Here comes Chase Elliott, the leader for most of this race, back into 1.
Chase Elliott is working the low groove, but looking behind them, Denny Hamlin is back knocking on the door of Tyler Reddick. He's closed it down to 2 car lengths on the driver of the 45, Rockstar Toyota.
Marines already got there first and did it. Whatever.
Also Chase Elliott on Briscoe. though. Chase Elliott will get
Whatever.
Chase Briscoe now off of turn 4.
Chase Elliott slides up off of turn 4 in front of Chase Briscoe, move him to the second position, and now he's going to try to track down race leader Corey Heim into 1 with 30 to go.
There are no cars between Chase Elliott and race leader Corey Heim. It's about 10 car lengths in closing. I also want to document that all this lap traffic has allowed Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin to close in on Chase Elliott.
All right, so here's Corey Heim working his way into turn 3, midway through, about 10 car lengths back to Elliott and closing.
Corey Heim now losing car lengths to Chase Elliott, whittled it down to about 4 right now as Elliott chases Heim back into 1.
Chase Elliott on the heels of Corey Heim. He's to the inside of the driver of the 67, new race leader Chase Elliott. Also want to document that Denny Hamlin is in the new second or now third place position. He got around Tyler Reddick.
So Elliott now heads into turn number 3 with the lead. Heim backs up 2 spots there. Now he is going to start looking at the pit road. In fact, that's where Corey Heim's headed now.
Corey Heim gets on the brakes. Everybody slides up the racetrack. Got pretty tight there off of turn number 4. Heim will come to pit lane. Meanwhile, Denny Hamlin has cleared some lap traffic. He's going to try to get around his teammate Chase Briscoe.
The cards are dealt. This is what we're dealing with here at the end of Texas Motor Speedway. Chase Elliott, the leader. Denny Hamlin just got around Chase Briscoe. He's got
Hamlin just blew past Reddick.
And don't look long behind them. Reddick is still part of this fight as he goes right behind Briscoe. He too has got a faster car, I think, than the 19.
If Briscoe wanted to pit, he couldn't do it. He was too high on the racetrack. Now he's got Tyler Reddick on his back bumper as these Toyotas fight to 1.
Denny Hamlin working around.
Elliott back to the lead.
In the second place position.
Elliott back to the lead, Chet.
Chase Briscoe, that's for the third spot as Tyler Reddick and Briscoe will not go side by side. Reddick
27 to go.
Here goes Hamlin now underneath Noah Gregson in that second spot. He'll try to catch back up to Chase Elliott.
Denny Hamlin can see Chase Elliott ahead of him. Chase Elliott can see a whole lot of lap traffic, Andrew Curlin, ahead of him with 27 to go.
And here's the problem. They're racing side by side in front of him. In front of him is
See you, Jalapeno. We'll see you, buddy. We'll see you tomorrow.
Jr. racing side by side. That's not what race leader Chase Elliott wants to see.
No, is the less amount of lap traffic, the better for him. Chase Elliott now is going to have to navigate, though, through 3 and 4. He's got Cole Custer up there and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. off the corner.
We'll tell you that Chase Briscoe did come down to pit road that last lap, so the entire field has now cycled as we have 25 laps to go here in the Würth 400. Leaders back in 1.
Chase Elliott on the outside
P8
of
for Hosemar.
Cole Custer in the Indy's frozen custard machine. He now sets his sights on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Denny Hamlin has lap cars to get around.
Here's Chase Elliott, leader of the race, into turn 3 now, using the top side of the racetrack as he works his way up to go after Ricky Stenhouse.
I don't know. What do you think, Nicole? I think there will be.
Is playing nice with Chase Elliott, staying to the inside. Elliott now sets up Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Takes a look to the inside and 1.
The inside line is the preferred line for Chase Elliott. He'll wheel his prime Chevrolet all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's still side by side though with Stenhouse.
Yeah, Stenhouse not giving him anything right now. You're going to have to drive around me on the bottom. That's what Chase Elliott's going to try to do. Stenhouse, though, just stays right with him off the corner.
With 23 to go, this is a great time to give you a Coca-Cola Racing family update. They're doing pretty well today. Chase Elliott is your race leader. Denny Hamlin is running second. Daniel Suarez is running fifth. The newest member of the Coca-Cola Racing family, they welcomed him back this week. Bubba Wallace from the back, he has raced his way up to 12th. Austin Dillon runs in 17th. Joey Logano, not so lucky. He will finish 37th out of this race.
I don't know, Kelly Joe. I don't know. They sure seem to be making it harder on people to watch him.
Stenhouse Jr. is going to get a Christmas card from Chase Elliott when it rolls around because he really just put up a big fight. The good news for Chase Elliott.
Yeah, you could use Wentz at Kroger. I'm pretty sure.
Into that advantage. It was 1.6 seconds. Now it's down to 1.5, and Chase Elliott has finally gotten clear of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. It just took maybe 2 or 3 laps longer than I'm sure everybody in that 9 pit would have liked to have seen.
Kyle Larson brings his HendrickCars.com Chevrolet back out onto the racetrack after spending several laps in the garage getting repaired after he actually turned that car around in turn number 2. Chase Elliott leading the race. He crosses the start-finish line.
It's rude.
Hamlin was 1.5 seconds behind the last lap. Now it's 1.4, Andrew.
Yes, and the gap is visually closing for Denny Hamlin. He still has to get around Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in the lap car before there's no one in between him and the race leader.
Ricky's not going to go quietly there either, I am sure, when it comes to that fight. Here's the leader, midway through 3 and 4. Hamlin now will go to work trying to catch Stenhouse. Reddick, meanwhile, has Gregson in front of him.
Yeah, Tyler Reddick has just not been able to keep pace with Denny Hamlin. In fact, it's nearly a full straightaway, the gap from Hamlin back to Reddick. So, Andrew, all eyes are on the front two.
Now that Stenhouse has lost a lap, let's see if he puts up a fight with Denny Hamlin. He's going to nose his Toyota underneath Ricky Stenhouse.
Oh, Randy.
No, Stenhouse actually gets a good run off the corner.
Yeah, Stenhouse is noted as not to be a giver. You want it, you better take it. That's
So
what
CeeLo hating
right
on
now.
the 77 because of Hamlin?
The start-finish line, and we have 19 laps to go in the Würth 400. Chase Elliott leads Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick.
Neighbor's goat is chilling in my yard.
Your top 5.
I wish I had a neighbor with a goat.
Here for Hunt Brothers Pizza, where you can choose from 10 toppings, all at no.
I wish I had a neighbor with a couple goats. Follow the money. All right, I'll turn that back on after the commercial. 20 to go on Fox Sports 1. Looks like 19's the real number. Elliott, Hamlin, Reddick, your top 3. Elliott's lead over Hamlin is 1.476, 3.6 over Reddick.
Star reviews. Echo Park Automotive is built to make sure you drive away happy. It's even in their name. Echo
Oh, is
Park
his
Automotive.
mod that got
Every
you?
car, happy owner. The official used car retailer of Speedway Motorsports.
You do not want a goat. No, I don't want to own one.
We'll take you commercial free.
I just want to borrow one for the back 40.
Speedway. This is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
I'm Andrew Kurland.
I got weed eating to do after the race. Loving this layout, says Rusty. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, we've raced against each other a couple times, and I've been really fair with him and really clean with him. He might get stuck on the outside, and I got to build a gap because I see him out there, so I got to build a gap for 2 guys with people behind me to let him in, you know. So I'm feeling some bumpers from behind.
That's why I
to try to
need
help
one
him.
on that back acre. A couple goats would do damage.
Green to checkered flag.
I got a lot of
AA
shit
made
for
all
him to
the
eat out
difference in
there,
my
too.
life. I noticed that most of the goals
I wonder
had
if
as a
goats
kid
eat
were
desert
slipping
bloom.
by.
I wonder if a goat would crush a desert bloom. I'm guessing they would.
To make me feel all right. With AA, I found a better way of life. And I feel good in my everyday life, even without a drink in my hand.
Visit AA.org for more information. And download the meeting guide
You
app
can get
to
some
find a
goats of
meeting
your
near
own,
you.
but we have to wait for the CO to feed them. They probably won't end well,
Racing,
says
May 22nd through the 24th for the Coca-Cola.
Listen, this is just one day for her, y'all.
Speedway,
This
we
is
have
not the
entered
real
the
COO,
Toyota
y'all. This is just
commercial-free zone,
an
brought to you by
imposter.
Toyota Racing, your race, your story.
It's an imposter
Part of
that's
the
hanging
action
out in my
at
house today.
ToyotaRacingUSA.com. Just 15 laps to go. In the
Thor would
Würth
want to be
400.
friends with
Chase
a goat.
Elliott is your race
Facts.
leader by 1.4 seconds over Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Chris Buescher, and then a really good battle
Start a
Brad, that I've
rent
been
a goat?
watching off of turn number 4. It's for 5th as Daniel Suarez is slugging it out with Alex Bowman. Andrew, why don't you pick that one up in 1?
Alex Bowman has
What?
been working on Daniel Suarez for what feels like half the race. He gets around Daniel Suarez now. Finally move Alex Bowman up past the driver of the 7.
Yeah, Bowman
Oh,
should
probably.
be able to drive away from him now.
The only
From midway
problem is
down
there's
to
a
the
hole in the
backstretch
fence
into
in the
corner.
back, isn't there?
And once again, Suarez having a good afternoon here, solid afternoon.
Yeah, having a great afternoon. This happening now with 13
Post
laps
funnel
to go
cake
here in the
COO.
Würth 400. Long way to go for
I've
Alex
had
Bowman if he
goats.
wants to catch Chris Buescher.
They're in
for
the
4th,
freezer
but
now, says Dennis.
Riley Herbst is another driver who's been on the move too. Andrew, he's running in 7th behind Suarez.
Yes, he is. Riley Herbst noses his Toyota down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got eyes on Daniel Suarez, trying to get around Ross Chastain as well.
Yeah, Chastain in the middle
Oats
of
eat
his
anything?
dilemma to try to get to that next spot. Riley Herbst, though, solid this afternoon. He'll go after Chastain here all 4.
Up front, just saw race leader Chase Elliott get a block thrown by Brad Keselowski.
After the goats are gone, after the grass is gone, they'll gnaw on those fingers.
Car lengths, Pat. Here's the opportunity Hamlin's been searching for.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin digging on the bottom of the racetrack. Once again, Chase Elliott going to have to work around Brad Keselowski.
As they come off of turn number 4, Chase Elliott draws to the back bumper.
What hotel are you staying
The
at?
wall is Corey Heim in the 67.
Uh-oh,
Smacks
Heim.
the wall big time here in 3 and 4. Cautions out in Texas.
And caution will come out for the 7th time here in the Würth 400. An incident with Corey Heim all by himself in turn number 4, just short of the back end of that Toyota Camry.
Yeah, it's a good call. Pat Patterson, a lot of extensive damage on the back of that Robin Hood machine.
Yeah, it really is. Corey Himes had such a great afternoon, but he really tonned the wall over here in 3 and 4. The safety crew is on the scene quickly.
And this is
over
the mountain
here
man.
as his car moved down next to the fence, the entrance toward pit road.
Did just drop the window net, so he is okay, and will have to emerge from that car.
So it was a big
That
day,
was a
big day for him,
A
right?
young man who's been having a really good day, leading 69 laps today, but the rear end of that car absolutely destroyed. And Brad, as they say,
I haven't heard much about Brad Dougherty in NASCAR in a bit.
It does. I'm seeing tires go up on the wall. That doesn't
Theo
mean
works
people are
hard and
going to
deserves
pit.
a day
They
off,
want to
says
make you
Theo.
think they're going to pit as well.
Kiss
But
ass.
right now we have 10 laps to
You
go in
kiss
this race.
ass,
This being
Theo
a single car
Sam
incident does not look like cleanup is going to take too long, but as the laps whittle down in this race, you have to remember that decision.
Yeah, he was
to come
having a
pit
great
road
day,
could
Rusty.
all be predicated on how many laps you might have to finish
Summer
this race.
Oob.
They are good on Sunoco fuel.
Did a goat just run
Chase
out onto
Elliott
the
is
track?
leading Denny
No.
Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, Chris Buescher, and Alex
That
Bowman.
6-7 is done, y'all.
What do you
6-7,
do here?
6-7.
Chase Elliott's really the one that is in the worst position when it comes to that decision as the leader.
Mountain man
because
from
everyone
North
behind
Carolina.
him can
No,
do
from South
something
Dakota.
different.
And here's the other thing to keep in mind. There are 20 cars on the lead lap. So not
They
only
put
is
$100
Chase
on
Elliott deciding
Helm.
what he wants and what he thinks will be
Oh,
best
no.
for his Chevy Camaro, but he's got to
Oh,
worry
no.
about what do the other 19 drivers on the lead lap do as well. So there is going to be a lot of head scratching and decision making to be done down on pit lane by all
We
of
used to
these crew
summer
chiefs. Certainly a lot of
2/3 of our
feedback on
small
the
sheep
radio
herd
going
at
to be
the
going
Uncle
on
Savage
between
yard.
Chase Elliott, his crew chief, and everybody inside the top 15, top 20.
You know, I'm not a crew chief, but I have to think to myself, we're going to restart this race somewhere probably around 6 laps to go. And with 19 cars on the lead lap, that would be a pretty big risk to give up track position.
I go back to the end of stage number 2. Remember, Brad Keselowski and Ryan Preece stayed out really old tires for a one-lap shootout, and they didn't stand any chance against
I wonder
Chase
if
Elliott
there's
when he
someone
had
here
4
that
fresh
does
tires.
that goat
So,
thing.
We know tires have really made a difference today. That groove has widened out. A lot of rubber's been laid down around Texas Motor Speedway.
You would need a
I'm
truck,
with you, Brad,
right?
because
And
this is
a
why crew chiefs
trailer
get
and a
paid, the big bucks, because this is going to be a very interesting decision. for
Probably
these
one of them
crews.
dogs
Yeah,
that
these
runs
crews
them in
have
there.
about 40 to 45 laps on their tires right now. And with the Sunoco fuel, that was the last time they came in. We watched Corey Heim just snap around by himself. Brett McMillan told us that Heim came on the radio and said, I'm not sure if I had a tire go down.
My daughter
or the car
found
just simply
6,
got
7
loose. Really where
chicken
that
nuggets
happened,
at Walmart.
It seems like it's before the bumps that they talk about in 3 and 4, so could have just simply been.
Remember
an
the
issue,
goat that ate
with that.
dynamite on Andy
Chase
Griffin?
Elliott, already a winner this year. Denny Hamlin, already a winner this year.
I
Tyler
don't.
Reddick, already a 5-time winner this year on the NASCAR Cup Series schedule. Chris Buescher running in 4th, Alex Bowman running in 5th. Man, they would love to have something good happen to their season, especially.
But they're not going to get over that back wall, Tim, here. They're not going to get over my back wall.
Symptoms that he suffered the last time we were in the Lone Star
I used
State
to have
in Texas
35
over at,
goats, says
Circuit
Chris
of the Americas.
Davis.
Another thing I want to point out, Brad, is with the way that kind of shuffled out right before the yellow, Denny Hamlin does not have any lap cars in front of him in regards to where Chase Elliott is at on the racetrack. So if they both decide to pit, Denny Hamlin's going to be able to get right on that back bumper, and then essentially it becomes a match race on pit lane. And speaking of, we'll go there to check in with Napa Auto Parts pit reporter.
Ed, you never know with that
Nick,
kid.
I don't know what the decision is going to be for Denny Hamlin and that 11 team, but I do know he told his team this: I need to be on the front row, period, end of story.
Well, I would say that
one way to guarantee that, Brad.
Yeah,
and that's don't pit.
Yeah, when that green light comes
And almost
on,
300 in the chat. That's their high for today. Hit all the
and
buttons.
stay out on the racetrack. I don't even know that that's.
I
gonna
like
be a big
watching
change
goats
because
fall over
you're
when they're
racing
scared.
people
Me too.
Equal around you. So hearing pit road is going to be open. We just saw that green light go on.
Goats will eat anything. Wood fencing, your
Just
house.
a lot of strategy, and for
They'll
some,
eat through a
wondering
wall.
What they should do if they're in the back, like say Brad Keselowski, who's running at the back of the lead lap. A lot of talk about 2 tires. So would 4 tires work? They were discussing that potential option. Some discussing if they should pit at all. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen here, especially as these laps are winding down.
Nick, if I'm outside the top 10, I'm pitting, and I'm hoping for multiple trips through the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. We are winding down the laps here, but remember, we do have NASCAR overtime that has the potential to stretch this one out well beyond the 400 miles of the Würth 400.
It is decision time. Here comes the pace
You got to see Val and Thor do a hot dog lady in the trap moment.
No, he's not. He's going to stay out of the racetrack. So will Denny Hamlin. Tyler Reddick will opt for pit lane.
I had a goat eat my clothes off the clothesline. They literally, we eat everything. This is Chris, True Trucker.
Elliott and Hamlin. It's Reddick on pit lane. Suarez is there. Hocevar, Kyle Busch, Heather DeBow.
And Kyle Busch telling his team he's really good for the first couple laps, but then it trends free. Right side tires only for the 8.
All right,
Tyler Reddick.
I've seen goats eat drywall. Says chemo.
Right side tires only.
All right, thank you very much to our Napa pit reporters, Brett McMillan and Heather DeBow. They sort of left Alan Cavana lonely there at the entrance of pit road, but man, I'll tell you what, this was interesting. You called it perfectly, Nick. Chase Elliott faked coming down to pit road. Denny Hamlin was right behind him. Elliott, before the commitment box, he turned back onto the racetrack. When he did, they both actually avoided Chad Fincham, who's a lap car, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr., who just got the free pass and was driving around to the outside of all of them. We've already seen crazy things happen on pit road. That was almost a crazy thing happening at the entrance of pit road among the leaders of this race.
I do.
Buddy in the Space Force once told me, I feel like we're a joke and we're not serious as a military branch. And I told him, you could have saved yourself a lot of time and joined the Coast Guard.
So why not come down to pit lane? He's going to have to
We
pass
need a
some
goat
cars,
meme,
but
says
guess
T.
what?
Kubler.
Tyler Reddick's been better than anybody at doing that all season long. So Reddick gives up third to come to pit lane. Hamlin and Elliott stay out.
All right, when they cross the start-finish line, we're going to give you a rundown. We know the top 2 stayed out. Several others came down to pit road, but we want to make
And
sure
I'm showing 7 laps remaining.
to paint a clear picture
7 laps remaining in the
going
race.
to restart. So as they cross the start-finish line, 6 laps to go here in the Würth 400. Lap-down cars are actually
6, he
coming
said.
onto pit road right now. Chase Elliott is your race leader. Denny Hamlin running second. Chris Buescher stayed out. He's running in third. Alex Bowman running in fourth. Riley Herbst is fifth. William Byron is sixth. Ryan Blaney is seventh. Austin Dillon is eighth. All of them.
I had a goat as a kid. He jumped up on our hen house and was screaming all the time.
Ninth position. Daniel Suarez will be 10th.
So 40% of cars decided to stay out. 60% decided to come down pit lane. So Tyler Reddick, first car with some fresh tires. Although it was just 2, he's going to restart in the 9th position, and he's going to have to.
So Reddick's the first car with 2 tires, he just said. Hocevar showing in 6th on the pylon.
How many laps are those drivers like Reddick, Suarez, Busch, Hocevar, who have fresh rubber? How many laps are they going to have to work with to try to charge to the front?
Well, I can see the flagman has that flag all tightened up there in the flag stand.
Oh, below.
That means we're going to restart this race with 4 laps to go.
Tyler was the first to pit. He's going to be your winner. Tim,
we don't know if we're even going to get there.
Be on it.
But with a 4-lap shootout to the checkered flag,
I don't think the 45 made a good move, says Rusty.
Up in a big way.
We about to find out.
Sweet redemption for Denny Hamlin.
We about to find out, y'all.
Right where he seemingly had that race won, a late caution, brings everybody in, and he loses it in a late surge. Now all of a sudden he gets a chance to be right there on the front row and chase down and maybe even pass Chase Elliott. So a lot on the line here in Texas Motor Speedway at the Würth 400 on the Performance Racing Network as we have a phenomenal finish headed your way.
Savari's right on my right here. He's showing up in
takes the bottom. Denny Hamlin
oh wait,
high.
it just recycled.
High,
it's Elliott, Hamlin, Buescher.
Restart from the inside of row number 2.
I mean, he's way back there. But Reddick is down there in 9th.
Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was able to get the free pass, and this is going to be some heavy.
Hocevar showing in 12th behind Busch.
Closing laps of the Würth 400.
A lot of drivers up front, especially the ones
Here we
on
go.
their tires, trying to swerve back and forth, left and right, trying to clean up those Goodyear tires to get those things as pristine as possible, considering how long they've been running on them. Got to nail this restart. Do not want any wheel spin. All right, Pat Patterson, what would your Uncle Chick say about this scenario right here?
Hold it to the floor and go where they ain't. That's what
where they ain't.
He didn't really care what he said. All he ever cared about was just go where they ain't, and maybe you'll get the win. And that's normally kind of usually who gets the win. We'll see if
hit all the buttons, y'all.
Can be in effect here today. The fans are on their feet. Everybody waving their hats. You got a couple of the fan favorites up here. Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman with a chance to get a great finish here this weekend. And Chris Buescher, and here's Herbst as well. Corvette pace car heads to the pit road, and we're about to settle it up in Fort Worth.
Headed to the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. We will restart the Würth 400 with 4 laps to go. On the outside, Denny Hamlin gets a jump on race leader Chase Elliott as they rocket into 1.
Hamlin wants to win. So does Chase Elliott. They're wheel to wheel into turn number 1. Chase Elliott, though, will try to slide in front of Denny Hamlin, and he'll clear him to the lead. Chase Elliott out front in Texas.
Elliott's got the lead. Hamlin is right there. Then there's Bowman. Working back there, you also have the 17 car of Buescher. Everybody at the very bottom of the racetrack. Front 4 guys settling it out.
Tyler Reddick on the fresh tires is all the way up to 5th already as they streak across the line with 3 to go.
Up 5th,
Chase
grab some
Elliott
5.
up front.
The question is, can Tyler Reddick make enough moves? He's on the inside of Chris Buescher, but looking up front, Chase Elliott, 2 car lengths.
Thank you, Bobby.
In front of Denny Hamlin as they race down the back straightaway.
Tyler Reddick's got the hammer down back there in that 5th spot, but so does Chase Elliott up front as he goes into 3. Hamlin trying to close it down, not able to make any progress.
2 to go here in the Lone Star State. Chase Elliott leads Denny Hamlin by 5 car lengths, and it's Alex Bowman.
Who's your guy, the 12?
Tyler Reddick. Hocevar just got around Byron.
Chase Elliott, cool, calm, and collected as he heads into turn number 2. He'll run the middle groove. Denny Hamlin about a groove off the bottom lane of the racetrack. It's still 2 car lengths between the front 2.
Hamlin closes it up just a little bit on Elliott now as they get
Thank
into
you, Bobby.
number 3. Here comes Hamlin down to the bottom of the racetrack. No, he'll sweep up high now and off the corner. Trouble. Car in the wall. Down here in 3 and 4. That is the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek. Caution's out on the speedway.
They will give him the white flag. We are still racing here at Texas.
Still racing. No caution.
In the middle of the racetrack, Andrew.
Yes, and Chase Elliott is still racing. He's got one final time down on turn number
Dangerous.
Number 2, Chase Elliott down the back straightaway.
Dangerous.
Into turn number 3. Car is out of the way and down on the pit road. No caution. Here comes Elliott for the final time today.
Chase Elliott streaks out of turn number 4 with a 4 car length advantage over Denny Hamlin. He'll see the checkered flag and he'll win at Texas Motor Speedway. Chase Elliott wins the Würth 400 over Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick, and Chris Buescher.
Chase
Elliott is your winner
in the last 3
at
seasons
Texas.
Here at Texas, I have to give John Hunter Nemechek a lot of credit. He got off of the racetrack as clear as he could, as fast as he could. The right front of that car is literally turned sideways. And not only that, but John Hunter Nemechek crossed the start-finish line on pit road to try and salvage a better finish for himself. And boy, there's a big celebration in that pit stall of Chase Elliott, the Amazon Prime Napa number 9 team, a second trip to victory lane here in 2026.
Got it done at Martinsville earlier in the season, and he will win here at Texas Motor Speedway. The fans start to flood to the fence to salute the Dawsonville, Georgia native, and he will burn
gets
him
the dub.
down with some victory donuts and burnouts on the start-finish line. It is the Sunoco post-race burnout from fueling your favorite NASCAR teams.
Let's get Elliott's car up there.
Sunoco is trusted to help vehicles perform at their peak. Sunoco, performance is what we do, and that's what Chase Elliott has done here at Texas.
Yeah, he almost burned up the grass, actually, put the back tires in there, and with a fair amount of rain that we've had here in North Texas over the last week or so, I was actually worried he was going to get stuck. He is doing a burnout down the front straightaway, going backwards with his arm out the window right next to the race fans that are lined up on the fence. Now he'll go to the start-finish line and burn him down right over the Texas flag and the checkered flag that is right here at Texas in the start-finish line. And man, what a big celebration for him. Another victory for Chase Elliott, his second of 2026, Nick. And I got to give Alex Bowman a lot of credit, his teammate. Second, third place finish in a row after doing it at Talladega. Denny Hamlin, a hard-fought runner-up finish
9
for him.
displayed.
You had to wonder what was going to happen at the end of this one, and NASCAR let them race it out.
23rd career win for Chase Elliott in his very successful NASCAR career. 1 championship to his name. Certainly looking like a guy that could win a second one as he has climbed out of that Chevrolet and salutes the crowd. Fist pumps in the air as he wins here at Texas Motor Speedway. Denny Hamlin comes home second, Alex Bowman third. The gamble for Tyler Reddick, ultimately Brad really only loses 1 position as he gave up that 3rd spot to pit. He comes home in 4th. Chris Buescher with a 5th place finish. Let's hear from some of our competitors. Brett McMillan.
All right, Tyler Reddick out of the car. Well, you gambled, the pit stop late, came home in 5th place. Nice run at the end. How do you feel about the day?
Yeah, you know, we just lacked a little bit in our rockstar energy toward the Camry today, unfortunately. But yeah, fought hard all day long. Good point stay. Obviously, we wanted to, you know, not let the 9 or the 11 close in. But all in all, a solid day. The kind of point stay. If we're not
I
going to win,
appreciate y'all for hanging out today for some NASCAR.
Fifth place finish for Tyler Reddick today. Alec Cavana.
Alex Bowman chipped away all day, and his best part of the day was right at the end. That's what you want, third place. 2 weeks in a row. For how this season started, do you feel a little momentum going the right way?
For sure. You know, I think we made big gains on our race car from where we unloaded. We were pretty bad in practice and then qualified well. And, yeah, chipped away at it all day. So some things we can definitely clean up. Still need to be better for sure, but really good ally Chevy today. And just proud of the pit crew.
Who's
They
in
did
the
an awesome
9?
job.
I forgot who had the 9 car in
Nice
our
to get
league
these
deal.
guys some good finishes. It's been tough on them this year. So big thank you to Reddick for cutting me a break on the last lap. Tighter clear than I meant it to be for sure. But,
Wilson B wins the 150,000 points.
It's fun to see Alex Bowman smiling, Brett.
All right, here with Carson Hosevard. Well, I tell you what, since last week, it's been a pretty good week for you. The win at Talladega, a win in the truck race, come home 7th today. How do you feel about this week now that you kind of have a chance to kind of digest the whole thing?
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, the points, yeah.
You know, solid points day. You know, we got a lot of points.
Did I even start betting today?
Really big for us, and you know, Daniel was right there too. So you know, really good Spire day for us.
I don't even know if I turned it on today. Well, I did.
We did some strategy to get ourselves up there and thought we were going to be in a perfect spot, restarting a lead, but then we got that quick caution and had to pit, and that just put us to like 20-something, and you know, had to rally back.
All right, that's Carson Hocevar. Good top 10 run today, and you know what? He's on the map. Alec Cavana.
And I found Daniel Suarez. Yeah. Daniel Suarez, another run. I mean,
hey, thank you, Bobby. Thank you, everybody.
And turned out being a pretty good
Thank
race.
you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for Dodger baseball.
Just like yesterday, you know, like, you know, the start of the race wasn't pretty.
I'm out of here, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Gracie. Thank you to the Berserkers and the V-Homies.
We got the car better. The car had potential all weekend, but we just had.
Those are the subscribers and the members. Thank you to the moderators. I don't know. TBD if I'm going to keep trying this NASCAR thing, y'all. I don't know. I just don't know. Do you guys want to see it every week or what? Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Anywho, where's my Lambo?
The sun is beating down.
A race car. Night, everybody. All right, chat. We'll do Cup Race next week again. We'll do it again next week.
the tri-oval floor. Can't hear the radio above the roar. The checkered flag is waiting in the hazy heat, decided by an inch or a fraction of a beat. It's a high-speed chase for a crown of gold. Stories of the legends that have yet to be told. Banks on the edge where the rubber meets the bone, fighting for the lead and the glory alone. Left turn, living at 200 per hour, chasing down the dream and the engine power. Burn the tires down till the smoke fills the sky. Underneath the lights where the champions fly. Yeah, we're rolling home. Yeah, we're rolling home. Thunder at the turn. Engine screaming in the Carolina heat, dust and rubber burning on the concrete street. Turn it up loud for the talk of the track. Valhalla's on the mic and he's never looking back. Green flag drops and the thunder begins. Welcome to the show where the family wins. Valhalla leads the charge with the headset on, streaming live from the dusk till the early dawn. Beside him is the boss, the CO in command. His wife keeps it steady, the best in the land. And don't forget the General Thor's on the beat. Four-legged legend making the circle complete. We're talking gear, HEOs in the draft and the turn, watching every single gallon of the high-octane burn. Valhalla Sports Talk, yeah, we're riding the wall. Berserkers in the front, we're standing tall. Be homies represent, let the engines roar. We're kicking down the gates and we're breaking the door. From the infield party to the checkered flag, got the winner circle.